Okay, so I'm live from my side, and hello, uh, Debbie, which is my fiance, is here. So we are looking at ST's stream, while she is panicking over on the end, and she is trying to figure out a lot of things on her end. Yeah, so it's gonna be very chill for the time being. I don't think there's gonna be much to really do at the moment until she's set up here. Let me just do a quick verbal acknowledgement. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Yes, yes. I'm just here yapping away while Hey, it was so big. Okay, because I'm looking over at Essie's stream, and it's so fucking so big. Whoa. Okay, I don't know if she can hear us though. That's the thing. Yeah. Test, 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 test. Oh wait. Oh wait. I'm muted. Wait. Test, test. I'm muted here. Yes, correct. Hello. Hi. Okay, wait. Let me also do the screen thing as well on my end. This is basically we didn't prepare anything. We should have prepared this, but yeah, it's okay. People love this kind of stuff. Same. I'm used to doing this the last minute. Okay, window capture. Then who sponsor new PC? Yes. Collect. Wait, ST, you need to mute on your end. I'm hearing echo. I'm hearing echo from your browser source, I think. Mute on Twitch, is it? Okay. I think it should be fine. Wait, let me see. I'm so new to this. We should have get prepared, but it's okay. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. Who's this guess? Yes, I'm trying to set up as well, but okay, maybe I'll just leave it there so maybe people can watch. Wait, actually, maybe I should just put a multi Twitch stream. Yeah, that might work better. Yes. Okay, we try through from the stream together. Yeah. Does it like lesser
Mm.
now?
Is it better?
Test test.
Feel like it's better. Hmm.
I can hear you.
But then we have like multi.
Yes. Because I'm not speaking. Okay, wait, where is the echo coming from? Um,
Is it from this overlay?
I think it could be from that overlay. You can hear me? Okay, good.
Very soft.
Is it okay better here? Eh, yeah, there is a delay, correct.
mm, 听
I'm a bit soft.
Can you try to delete the overlay? See.
Oh yeah, I think it works already. Yep.
Mm.
Mm. Yes, I'm listening to.
Huh?
What?
Hooray! Huh? Wait.
Um, I how do you introduce?
Just
I'm very
say.
bad at introducing myself
I know.
because every time whenever I stream, right, I just say, "Oh, I'm just KH. I'm just playing
You
games."
play games.
But half the time, right, okay, I can hear echo. I don't know where is it coming from.
That's
Give me a
mine.
bit technical difficulties here on my end. Where's the echo coming from?
I don't know.
I don't know either way as well. Okay, Okay. Maybe I just introduce while I'm hearing the echo. So, hello there. My name is KH, and I'm a Singaporean streamer. And basically, I play lots of different kinds of games, and I'm also doing a lot of creative things on my end as well. So I think very happy to be here. I guess like this is my fiance as well. So maybe
Uh,
you can introduce yourself too as well. Yeah.
yes, I'm Debbie and I don't play games. I'm just here. I mean, I don't stream games, but I do like play games on and off. Not like, yeah. We did.
We played games before. I think when she was here
Uh,
2 years ago,
it
it takes two long.
yes, it
Yeah,
takes
it
two.
takes
That's
two.
the only game that we've ventured so far. Yeah. Hopefully in the future.
Yeah, hopefully in the future we can play more games lor. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm. Can. Ha, you want to give the official answer or the non-official
I
answer?
give the fake answer first. We met
Yes.
in the library, then I dropped the book, then I actually picked up. No, but we actually met through Discord. So when we were in a Discord community server,
Yeah.
and then in there she were inside just not too long ago, and then I got to know her
Mm.
through there.
Yeah.
Then we privately connected. Then we talked quite a bit, and then about 3 4 months later, we just decided got together lor from there.
Is it 3 4 months?
About there lah, I would
About
say
there.
about 3 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem was that
Because like that was like COVID.
yeah, so it was during COVID period where uh it was semi lockdown period.
Mm. Why meet at library?
Okay, let me set up on my end.
It's okay.
Okay, disclaimer, we are not experts. We
Shall we try to move to Discord instead?
Hmm. Wait. Hmm.
yeah, we I think Discord is still the best for voice. That's true. If not, there will be an echo. So, mm. Okay, yeah, we just do Discord lah. Discord.
Yeah, let's do Discord instead. Yeah.
Okay, we have decided. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, our disclaimer, we are not experts. Please don't like quote us and say this is the advice that you're gonna follow, and then after that blame us. So like, we are not experts or anything. Okay, we are just sharing our opinions based on what we know and based on our experiences. If you want to troll us, I there will be people or there will be mods to come and you know warn you or ban you, or we'll just ignore you. Okay, because I want to protect my guests. This is very important. Okay, and if you have any questions or comments and you don't want to be, you don't want to, maybe if you don't want to interrupt the flow, you can leave that exclamation mark Q&A, or
Just
you
check
can
my
just
way.
actually just share your
Wait, come.
comments or opinions, right, as we go along. But if you want to be anonymous, you can also use exclamation mark Q&A. Okay, Sun Bear, hello. Time to use Slack backseating lecture. Yeah, sorry, this is just, I must always say this because some people are weird. Yeah, we must protect our guests and ourselves online, okay? Just, you guys on the internet, you guys know people are weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, so this is K update on K stream. Can hear your voice already.
Because we are
Oh,
using
okay.
Discord, that's why we can hear her very
Yeah,
well.
Discord much better, I think. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, we stick to Discord. And also there won't be a voice delay. Just now there was a voice
Oh,
delay.
oh, oh.
Yeah. Like when you watch like news reporters, then they will talk and then they'll
Mm.
not and then they respond because there's a voice delay. Yeah,
Oh, stop
Discord
it.
what caught, just letting guests know. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you for helping to check our voice volumes and stuff like that. That's very important because we cannot no, we don't know what y'all can hear.
Mm. Eh, not a lecture.
Yeah, it's my first time trying on things. Yeah.
It's K just and Debbie just laughing. I see y'all laughing, but I don't hear anything. Are they laughing at chat? you can actually use webcam on Discord, so no delay as well on mic. Oh, okay. But then, hi Valky the Mel, I like that your username has Mel in it.
That's the problem because we're hearing like one second behind.
Is it 1 second behind?
I feel like it's 1 second behind because she already said the thing, then only we like responded.
Yeah, probably that. Okay, STFE, we are having some issues on our end because I'm hearing echoes as well. Yeah. 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 So we will hear a delay on our end, but we'll just respond accordingly. Lah. Yeah.
Me-
Mm.
Obvious. Yeah.
think you should mute
But we
somewhere
cannot use
else.
webcam on Discord at the same time as using webcam on OBS. That's the problem, Valky the Meow. Sorry, I was answering your question halfway. So when you use webcam on Discord, they don't allow you to also use webcam on OBS, something like that. Yeah. Hi Stu. Yeah, lips not in sync. Yeah, but I feel like having the voice faster and no delay better than like having a delay. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Okay, anyway, so we look at this anyway. This section about superficial relationships. Can use phone cam on the phone? Huh? Can use phone cam on phone Discord?
Phone cam
Can
on
use
Discord?
phone cam on Discord, and then
I think now it's better.
wait,
Yeah, it's better. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
it's
have, don't
better
have
already.
any-
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's not for us really. Yep.
Whoops, but
Managed
means
to figure out
that
on our end.
my brain cannot process this.
it's fine.
Webcam on his PC stream? Huh?
I think it's
I
okay
think
for us
we
really
just,
though.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
it's okay already.
Am I
Yeah, no delay
small?
already.
my brain is not processing what Valky the Meow is saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cause right now I feel like that's what we are doing. We are doing webcam on the stream. Like I'm showing y'all his stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then Discord is for the voice. Yeah. But but the thing is, yeah, there'll be a that it will not be synced basically. Yeah. Sometimes the voice will be first. Like the thunder happens before the lightning.
Yes, we were having that issue just now, but now I think it's better already because we figure out on our end already.
Okay, so anyway, this section, right? I wanted to ask y'all. I wanted to ask everybody about this section, okay? Which is just think about it. And later I want to ask the guests also, okay? But just think about this. Have you been in a superficial relationship before? Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Could be a romantic relationship, could be a friendship, could be anything, okay? For example, like in your friend group, maybe there could be a guy in your circle of friends who will show up for fun stuff like clubbing or board games or video games, but you don't actually know anything about him, his family, his beliefs, his opinions. You've never had any like deep connections or conversations with him. You only talk about the video game, like superficial things that are not so important. Or you don't know anything about him other than stuff like, oh, he's the guy who goes clubbing, he's the guy who goes to the gym, he's the guy who plays basketball, that sort of thing. So yeah, Kay and Debbie, have y'all had such friends or maybe like previous relationships that were pretty superficial?
You want to start first?
I
Or
start first. You start first.
I start first. I think my previous relationships, since we're on the topic of love, right? My previous relationships has been rather superficial, especially my first few lah, because most of them has been just been a few months long one usually. Not even a few months long. I remember like my first relationship, within like the first month it's gone already. So yeah, so it's not even like exaggerating how bad it was or how like superficial it was. I think most of the relationships that I had previously, right, they're all like just puppy love lah. And yeah,
Oh,
lor. So it's like
okay
you
lah.
just want to know them. But I think it's the excitement of knowing them, and then when you're in that relationship, right, then once you're in the relationship, it just feels like, oh, I'm in a relationship lor. Then after that, break up for a stupid reason lor. Then that's it lor.
Mm.
It's very
Oh.
touch and goes
Yeah.
kind of
Mm.
superficial level lor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think mine was like because it was the last year of my secondary school, so like people are starting to like um what's it called, like graduate, so you might not see each other kind. So I just got interested in this guy. Yeah, I don't
Uh,
come to think about it, I don't really remember much about this person except that I found him attractive at that point. At that point.
mm.
Okay. So yeah, and because during those like last days of secondary school, you have like a lot of hangouts, you go for like class trips, so I think we got close that time, but then we were talking afterwards, but then like it kind of like died off because like he said he's not
Mm.
interested anymore, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Mm.
so it kind
Okay.
of just like
When you say you were attracted to him, is it like he was handsome or something? Physical attraction.
I would say physical attraction.
It's
Yeah,
it's the same for me as well. Like
yeah,
when I
physical
was
attraction.
going after those girls, right, back then, it's just because
Yeah.
of physical attraction.
Yeah,
Correct, correct.
Yeah,
not
lor.
because of the, yeah, it's mostly physical
Understandable.
attraction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lor.
Or like just because y'all hang out, then you feel like, some kind of bond
Yeah,
is there,
yeah.
but it's
Mm.
not really a deep bond, right? But it's
Mm.
kind of, yeah, I know what you mean, because I
Mm-hmm.
have also felt like this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will, I will, I have one example, but I will talk more about it later in a later slide.
Okay.
Because I want to save it. Yeah. But it's okay to have this kind of relationship. Or I think that like what y'all said, y'all were very young, right? Maybe
Yeah,
y'all had
secondary
this kind of
school.
relationship in secondary school. I also correct. And also it's kind of it's how we learn to forge better relationships later on. Like we realize that this is not the kind of relationship that you want.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and in terms of friendships, you can't also possibly be close friends with everyone. Yeah, or like if someone is unwilling to open up or unwilling to pursue the interest, or they are
Mm.
not comfortable, then or maybe they have other closer friends or their own support system. Yeah, there's also a little bit about like other than romantic and friendships, right? There's also parasocial interactions and relationships that are also superficial relationships because like I don't know if anyone in chat has this feeling about like if you are a huge fan of somebody and then you feel like you'll have an intimate relationship with the person you are following, like an influencer or a celebrity, and then the
Ooh.
celebrity of course say like, oh, I love you guys, but it's just, you know another, it's just in like the fans will be infatuated with the celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like how very terrible example of Christina Grimmie. Do y'all know about her? She got shot dead at her own concert by her infatuated fan. So it's very important to know when is it infatuation and like don't obsess or don't like, yeah. mm,
I mean,
um,
there's a big
mhm,
line to be drawn, especially when it comes to
correct.
obsession, though.
Mm.
You know, it's being having that level of boundaries between, for example, in that case
Mm,
for Christina, it's also um the celebrity status and then with that fan, right? There's a certain boundary that you cannot cross, lah. Obviously, as she is of that status, and you don't obviously like anything that is public, of course, you can get to know
yeah,
more about the person, but going into the stalking territory and being obsessed with
yeah,
that person,
correct.
Mm.
obviously that's not healthy lah, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to
Mm.
be in that position and not feeling safe in their own home or in wherever the person is at.
Correct, exactly. So the line that you were saying about, correct, it's like you need to realize the obsessive feelings of becoming overly attached, or even some people feel like sexual entitlement to these celebrities or streamers, which is very scary because in the first place, you don't even know if the person is actually replying, or maybe it's just an intern or PR team helping them reply.
Mm.
So yeah. Okay, we go on to the next part of this section, okay, which is just basically what is a superficial relationship? Uh, And I think just now, Kay and Debbie, you know, y'all shared your experiences, and then I asked y'all, is it like physical attraction, right? So a superficial relationship could be that. It could also be, so that's why I wrote on this part of the stream. It could start because of physical attraction. Usually could be, that's why I was asking, maybe is the guy handsome? You
Am I
know?
handsome?
Or
Eh, eh. Do I need to answer that question?
No, 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 no answer, no answer, no answer. We know
what?
Ken ready. We know Ken ready.
Oh no. or it, or it could be moving on. It could be because of convenience or proximity. So like what
Yes.
you were saying, like maybe we were hanging out with all our friends, right? So that's why y'all hang out together. There's like proximity. Y'all keep seeing each other. Um, or I think I also mentioned this before in another previous episode that, you know, proximity could also matter in terms of feeling more attracted to somebody. If you see them every day at school, that's why, you know, there's so many secondary school
Yes.
relationships. Superficial relationship just now. I think was it Autumn said situationship. So a situationship could be a superficial relationship. Depends on your situationship, to be honest, Autumn. But I would say if you're not calling it, you're not giving it a name, calling it something, then I think it's a superficial relationship also. It's could also be a short term thing, like no long term commitment, short lived fling. It's very fun, but there's no deeper
Yeah.
connection. Yeah. I don't know if anyone in chat wants to share any you know, superficial relationship that y'all had. Yeah. Any fun short term fling or even one night stand, I don't know.
One night
Yeah.
stand.
That's definitely a superficial one, yeah. Uh, but yeah, but you could have a lot of fun together, like what I said. Maybe y'all have shared hobbies, shared interests. But again, y'all don't talk about
Yes.
family, religion, etc. So it's just like
Just at the
it's not
surface.
really.
Mm.
Huh? Sorry.
It's just at the surface kind, so you just talk about like common
Correct.
interests, not like in like with the
Mm.
as the person itself.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that person has their walls up. Like
Mm.
maybe they just got out of a relationship and they are still, you know.
Yeah.
Have y'all have y'all ever, oh wait, I wanna ask the guests, have y'all been in this phase before, like before you got deeper with one another? Because
I
y'all said you started
ooh.
to know each other on Discord, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure when you first start out, maybe you just talk about common interests first, like some
Yeah. We
superficial
did
stuff,
start off from
right?
that what one
Yeah.
topic though.
Yeah, so I mean, because when we got to know each other, we were just discussing about each other's countries lah, like what's nice
Uh,
at her place, what's nice at my place, and then
Mm.
because okay, talk about profession, right?
Yeah, I
Ah,
did talk
yeah.
about
So
profession. Yes.
because she is a teacher herself, so
Mm.
then we were discussing about the education in Singapore. Then
Makes
from there
sense.
we slowly kind of um
Move on.
dive into, sorry,
Dwive.
dive dive
Dwive.
into other topics as well, naturally.
Yeah.
So from there, the common topics started to brew into more deeper
More other
topics
common
lah.
topics.
Yeah, more other common topics first, then after that more
right.
deeper itself lah. So partly because it was also on Discord. I mean we are also chatting quite often lah. It was very convenient for
Mm.
us, and back then it was during the COVID period ma, so it was semi
Mm.
lockdown. We are stuck at each other's houses. We can't really do too much.
Mm.
So most of the time, like we are bored and just we just chat lor. So what can you
Yeah.
do about
Oh,
it?
Nothing much else
Yeah,
to
nothing much
do.
more. Yeah. So
okay
then
lah,
from
but good natural progression, right? Like you chat
Mm.
about common interests first, and after that you talk about occupation, which is already a more personal thing, I feel. And
Yeah,
so
it
mm,
is
yeah.
though. Like
Mm.
it
mm,
is.
Oh, Debbie is a teacher, is it?
Yes, I'm a
Oh.
preschool teacher to be exact.
yes.
So I teach like
Oh, oh
little
yeah.
kids.
I remember Kay
Yeah.
mentioned this before, I think, on his
Mm-hmm.
stream. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of respect for you. I cannot take little kids.
Thank you. Yes.
Kindergarten is so
They're cute and fun, but
Until they cry.
so
yes, until they start
yeah.
like ooh.
It's like they're not babies, but then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, still very much babyish behavior. I cannot take it, but yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, everybody, please. She's doing
Salute.
the work that's very difficult.
Yes.
Really respect. Because I volunteered at a kindergarten before. I think a lot of people
Ooh.
have, like VIA, CIP, whatever you call it. Yeah.
What kind
And
of
then
VIA you have? I volunteer at elderly home down there.
yeah, mine is not elderly home. I always somehow end up volunteering with very small kids, and then it's like
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, I cannot actually. I'm quite happy that I didn't volunteer at elderly homes because I don't know how to interact with elderly people. So,
Mm.
so,
Okay.
but also like interact with little kids also too much.
Mm.
Yeah. Autumn says, right, we read chat behind. Autumn says in JC, I used to hang out with this girl. We had private tuition together, and then we went for late night movies and drinking everything. I picked her up drunk from bars. It turns out it wasn't anything. Oh shit. There's this term in Chinese. I don't know if you feel like this applies to you, okay? I'm not saying you are, but like there's this term in Chinese in Taiwan called 工具人, means like you are just a
Tool.
tool being
Mm.
used by another person. I hope you don't. It could be that the girl was just using you to pick her up from bars and stuff like, but or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying maybe, but like or maybe it's just like what we were saying, just a superficial relationship lah, nothing too deep, and she just yeah, 工具人. Have you heard of that term before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Like you just use the person for like to your own advantage, but actually you're not really like how to say you're not really attached to
correct.
that person.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. It's very
Mm.
bad, but
Usually
some
girls take
people do it
advantage of
whether
guys.
Eh.
yeah, some
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Usually girls take advantage of guys, not the
I
other
wouldn't
way.
say
Like
whether
oh,
it's girls or guys, but it's usually the more conventionally attractive person, right? Who
yes,
will take
that's true.
advantage of the so-called less conventionally attractive person.
Eh?
Yeah. Can you raise case volume on your stream? Oh, okay, sure. We can't hear Debbie very well. Okay, I'll
Oh,
raise.
really? Why am I not close
Sorry,
enough to the microphone?
I raised already. Deb's audio kind of low. Okay. On both streams,
Really?
only my stream.
Hello?
Yeah.
Say something.
Like what?
Say something. I think it's louder now, yeah.
It's much louder. Okay, I hope it's much louder.
Is my mic working? Hello, 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 hello.
Now
Ah,
it's too
yes.
loud.
Okay, I probably should talk like this. So if I want to say something, I'll just like close up. Okay.
Now
Wow.
it's too loud. Now it's too loud. Better. Now it's good. Okay, Debs, we heard you say.
It looks like I'm
Am
gonna
I
sing
am I
something.
loud enough? Okay, yes, continue.
Sorry. We
No, it's
digress.
good. It's good. Deb is living my
Lyrics.
years.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. This one,
Ew.
I just made this like, cause like what is infatuation. So if y'all are experiencing it, you will know. But I think most people will know that infatuation is an intense but short-lived passion, or admiration. It's like how falling in love feels like initially. It can be
Yeah.
the first stage of love. That's why I was asking our guests if they felt this at the beginning. Uh, but it's not always necessary also. And there's nothing wrong being infatuated with your partner. It's just that the feeling doesn't last forever. Okay. Why? It's a
Hmm.
high, correct. It's like gambling, it's a high. That's true. So the effect will wear off. Okay? It's also
Okay.
known as the honeymoon phase.
Hmm.
And I wrote here in my notes, ask guests if they remember their honeymoon phase or if they're still in it. Are you still in your honeymoon phase?
Are we still in our honeymoon phase? I would say kind of like at the end of it. but
it's not a bad thing, I
y-
would say.
wow.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not a
we
bad thing at all.
yeah, we do have several phases of honeymoon phases.
Yes, yes,
Not to
yes.
sound like we are going Inception here, but um, as you know lah, we got to know each other through Discord, and then
Mm.
afterwards, when we
She's
got to know in person, that's when the
mm.
second honeymoon phase is, yeah
Yeah,
lor,
yeah, yeah,
even
true.
more
Mm.
there lor. Then now that she's already here in Singapore,
Every day is honeymoon
yeah,
phase.
now every day feels like another honeymoon phase itself.
Another honeymoon phase, yeah,
So
correct. Because for y'all it's different, right? Because of
yeah,
long term. Sorry,
Long
long
correct.
distance
distance.
So
relationship.
we may not be
Yeah.
the best people to answer this question,
Mm.
but I can answer this based on the um my previous relationship. Yes, like there was a honeymoon phase for like I don't know, like a few months. After that, then the
Mm.
relationship just become like, oh, I'm just meeting you up for lunch, right? Oh, we're going this place, right? Oh, we're staying at home, right?
Ah.
Oh, that's all. Nothing much, lah. I mean, it's
Nothing.
You
pretty
just take
quite.
it for granted lah. Like, oh, we are
Mm.
Yeah.
definitely going here, right? We do this every week.
Am I
Yeah.
supposed to go with you today? Yeah, so something along those lines.
Oh.
It's very,
Mm.
like you say, after a while, it just becomes very, the honeymoon itself just feels very wear off after a while, no? Yeah, no, from there.
Correct, correct. Which is fine, which is fine, and we'll talk about the different stages later on, which is fine. But I feel like yeah, because y'all and I, y'all were a past tense in a long distance relationship, so you
Mhm.
have multiple honeymoon phases, which is even better. Actually, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
so you
definitely a better
can have.
disguise, yeah.
Hmm. Autumn says, "What about me? Do I feel like it's honeymoon? No, definitely no longer honeymoon." How long is long distance? Yishun to Jurong quite fun. No, what the no. Yishun to Jurong is not long distance. Please, I've had longer distances than Yishun to Jurong. Okay, and yeah,
Yeah, so to give
Uh,
some context to the audience, like how long our distance
long
is,
distance is like
it's
cross the sea kind.
yeah, it's across the sea. Even though yes, she is a Malaysian, and I'm
I'm
Singaporean,
not cross the border kind of
but it's not like the
West
the West
Malaysia.
Malaysia side. So it's the East Malaysia side.
Yes.
So you cannot
oh,
drive there. Obviously, you have
Um.
to take a plane there, and
yes.
it's about two and a
Oh,
half
okay.
hours each flight
Yeah,
there lah. Yeah, lor.
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
not
That.
just JB.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not just JB or cross border. Oh, hello, they'll go to X mall
Some
to hang out and everything. No, it's not
some
just
some
there.
places are closer to JB than other parts of Singapore. But yeah,
That's
guys, it's not
Correct.
just
true.
JB. It's not just JB. You need to
Mm.
take plane.
Yep.
Swim ocean to pick her up. Aya, what you think, Mas Salamat? Okay, guys. Yeah, but anyway, eventually the relationship becomes more stable, right? And then you get through the day to day stuff, realities of life. Uh, and then I mean the honeymoon phase fades out, but it it is still there's still a lot of love for each other, right? You still
Yeah.
the main thing is feeling safe and secure and supported. Yeah. Changi to Tuas. Still talking about distances in chat. Your ex was a different time zone. Whole other wow.
Ooh.
What time
That's
zone is
that's
that?
kind of it's like Australia and UK kind of long distance.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
so
it's very difficult.
speaking about that, right, I'm really blessed in a way where me and Debbie, we don't have that kind
Mm.
of problem where we have time zone differences.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes, there
yeah.
is to a certain extent where, for example, in where she is, the sun rises 1 hour earlier.
Mm.
And
Oh
whenever I go
well.
over to her country, as in to her side of the country, I'm like, 6:30 so bright already. She keep
Yes.
waking me up early. I'm like, why are you waking me
What?
up this early when
Yeah.
6:30 to us is
I don't
people
Wow.
still
understand.
sleeping, you know?
Yeah, I kind of have like
Yeah.
a culture shock also when I came here. Like, why it's
Ah.
7:30 already? Why the sun is still not out yet?
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this one is like some historical geography reason, like some
Yeah.
geographical reason. Yeah, that
Yes,
Singapore is actually we are living in the wrong time zone.
correct.
That's true.
Yeah, but at least 1 hour difference, not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that
Mm.
bad. Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Oh, Canada. That's crazy.
That's like
Antarctica, no.
12 hours, 13 hours
No
at
one,
least this
no one
of
is in
time.
Antarctica.
See penguins only.
No,
Yeah.
penguins are in Antarctica. Yes,
Yeah,
the longest.
can I
Mm-hmm.
share about like my experience of like
Sure, sure.
so I um I have this ex like we were together because of what is it called? We met through like camps, so like got together, and then because like it's like because we spend a lot of time together. Then afterwards, because I went to UK to study, so it's like
Wow,
7 8 hours of time difference. So I think the honeymoon phase
wow.
just kind of dies off from then. Like yeah, we broke
Oh,
up when I was still in UK, which is a bit
oh.
sad, but
Not
um
easy. I think from
Oh yeah,
uni to
a random
okay, sorry.
question that I thought of. Are you okay talking about exes
Hello,
in
we're
front of
talking
each
already
other?
a little
Like,
bit here and there.
yeah,
it's
yeah, you're
we're
okay,
quite open
right?
about like
Oh, that's
talking about
good.
exes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even down to like, not say that little nitty-gritty details, but I think we're very open to just say
Mm,
share, but as well as reflect about the lessons that we have learned from each
uh,
other's relationships. I think that's important. Like we make mistakes. That's not
Mm.
gonna
yeah,
change
yeah.
us. I mean, I wish I can also delete all my relationship status very easily, but
Mm.
at the same time, all these stories that I have kind of accumulated, I think there is a lot to really learn from them. So I'm not very um I don't shy away from them. That's what basically I'm
Mm.
trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Like y'all share everything with each other, right?
Yes. Quite
Yeah,
open.
sounds like because when she's like, "Can I say an experience?" and then y'all share a look, like I feel like he already knows what you're going to say. Like you have told him about it before. Like there's a
Yeah.
the chemistry, like I can see. Yeah, quite cool to have two guests instead of one.
Mm.
Usually we have only one. Autumn asks, I think Autumn is asking which camp, and Debbie so well traveled. Yes.
Which
Um.
camp?
Which camp? I think it's like a church camp.
Those
So
kind of camps. Yeah, I
yeah.
was thinking of that too. That makes sense. Is I would break up if long distance. I would rather be
Mm.
single than long distance.
Actually, to
It's
speak
Really?
hard to
about that, yeah,
maintain
it
for
is
long.
very hard
Yeah.
to maintain a long distance relationship. I think between me and Debbie, like I have told her this is like it's not easy to be separated, especially if you know where hugs and kisses or anything that's physical touch. Of course, like anything that is safe for work. I mean, I will share here. All these are very how to say this.
Mm.
It's very difficult to not experience all of this where you see everywhere, for example, like web in Singapore. I see all people that do PDA, they hang their
Uh,
they basically touch, they're able to,
Touch,
have
touch,
have
they
physical
touch
touch
what?
even
with
like
their
holding hands,
yeah,
right?
even with
Yeah.
just holding hands and all that. It
Mm.
felt like a luxury to us lah. So every single
Mm.
time that when we able to visit, um when we're able to like, hug and kiss all that, it really felt very um treasured lah in that sense lor.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, precious time, precious
Yes.
quality time. Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
And also
Yes.
physical touch, the two of the important love languages, right? Yeah. Okay, we move on. Oh wait, if there's anything in chat you want to answer, you can just answer. Okay. Hmm. Forgot to say, it's so good to see Kay and enjoying another honeymoon phase. That's what Dandelion said, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, if you survive long distance, you can survive life. Correct. I agree with
That's
Autumn. I think
Do
true.
you
you can
agree to
survive
that?
anything, really.
I
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you are able to maintain that relationship throughout, then you can survive anything. What?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
Nothing is more
Mm.
challenging than. Well, I mean, life is challenging in itself, but
Mm.
like if you can like face it together, then I think nothing can stop the two person
Mm.
together.
I think in a long
Yeah.
distance relationship, communication is key, especially. And
Mm.
as much as we can communicate, right, it's not just that. We also have to comprehend what we really want from each other in this relationship. So for example, if she says I want X, I want Y, yes, it is same alphabet, but if she say I want X, I want one, then that's a whole different story to talk about already lah. So as long as like yes, we have differences, we have everything, but as long as we communicate, we are able to understand each other and then able to comprehend our pros and cons and our
Mm.
differences and where we come from. I think yeah, long distance is actually not too bad, especially when we are in the same time zone. Thankfully we're in the same time
Yeah.
zone.
It all comes down to
Yeah,
communication.
lor,
Very
just
thankful.
communicate, lor. Yeah.
Correct, 100% agree. Communication is super important. That's why we had just one whole episode talking about communication
Ooh.
previously. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very glad to hear that, yeah, y'all have very good, I assume, like very good communication skills, right? In order, I think I assume correctly. In order to have this long distance relationship even work out. Yeah.
Means sometimes we do
Because
have our breakdowns lah in terms
Mm.
of communication. So
Yes.
nothing is ever perfect, and I do recognize
correct,
that.
true.
But it's also how we reflect about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we sit down and
Right.
then we will
The effort.
review about why we
Yeah.
were angry or why we were like so pissed at each other. Then from there, then we will just evaluate lah, like what can we do
Correct.
to
What
improve
can we
lah
do
in our
differently or
yeah.
phrase things differently next time to
Mm-hmm.
make it
Yes.
clearer, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, mm. Wow, that makes sense. Has trust issues, but I also understand why you would say that. Like that makes sense. Says for all you know, partner having another one on the side. There are a lot of horror
Mm.
stories out there. Will understand why you would have trust issues. I would also definitely have such trust issues. Also depends like what maybe your past experiences were very negative. So, mm,
Yeah.
communication is important for all walks of life. Even in games, like your bloody teammates screaming into the mic. Yes, that's what Autumn said. Yes.
Yeah, even in
Ah,
long distance
that's
relationship,
true.
their trust is also important as well.
Trust
Uh,
and loyalty, I would
yeah,
say.
loyalty.
Mm,
As much as I say during in the both of us relationship, even right up to today, I would say that you're free to do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm totally fine. As long as you tell me what's going on, and
Mm.
I also share with
yeah.
her what's happening in my life, and we have our own activities. Like I'm also like doing my streaming, or she's going around
Mm,
with her friends and all that. As long as we report, yeah, Lord, that makes the whole relationship much more transparent in
Mm.
that sense lah. Yeah. So that's where we
yeah.
go deeper beyond to just common topics itself lah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Somebody say one leg step, two boat. 一脚踏两船. Yeah. I mean that could happen. That could happen. Not gonna lie. Of
Well,
course.
hopefully it doesn't happen to
Um.
anyone.
Yeah.
Not
Any one of
nice.
you.
It's not nice
Mm.
also lah to talk about such situations also.
Yeah. This okay, this part, right, this slide is just about how it feels to be infatuated. Okay, like you are in this stage, it's like still very superficial. I think we did mention Viti, you could be obsessed thinking about them 24/7. You
Mm-hmm.
tell your friends you're head over heels in love, you're wondering what they're doing all the time. You feel these very, very intense feelings of excitement, like you know the cliches, your heart skips a beat,
Mm.
butterflies in your
Ah,
stomach,
yeah.
sweaty hands, all that stuff. But there are no long-term plans, so you're like very unsure, uncertain what's gonna happen in future. And you think they're perfect, like he's Prince Charming or like
Mm-hmm.
she's a perfect princess, that kind of feeling. Yeah. And you may not know as much about them yet, but you think they do, like you have a perfect image of them in your head. Yeah. So that could be, it's just some signs that you're infatuated, which is again is fine. It's just that after this phase, we need to try to get into a more serious relationship,
Yeah.
Mm.
if possible, with that
Yeah. Can't
person.
stay Dilulu
Yeah.
all the time.
Correct, Dilulu,
You know
exactly.
it's my soul.
This is the Dilulu stage. Oh my god. Exactly, exactly. That
So
is
when did
exact.
it when did it took how long did it take you for you to step out from that
What
the
Dilulu
Lulu stage?
face?
Yeah.
Um,
Not necessarily to be like for us,
do,
but I think
do you mean
also
like
for
a do you need like a time frame?
yeah, like how long did it take you?
I guess when you start to like be serious about the relationship,
Mm.
like, or when you're
Mm.
thinking ahead for the future, like, oh, so when are we gonna settle down? And then like what's the future plans? Where we gonna stay? All
Mm.
that. And like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like maybe there's no time limit. It depends on the person and the
Mm.
relationship and the
Yes, yes.
just the vibes also. But yeah, usually I feel like the first few months will be very delulu. Yes. Delulu is the salulu. Yeah, you just and some people may not maybe even be in a relationship yet. It's just they have a crush on this person,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
So it's
That's
Yes.
impossible
that's even
too.
more delulu.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even worse. So I guess in the past I've had crushes also, right? Or I was in like the same as what you all shared in secondary school, very, just immature or dumb.
Mm,
Just actually the whole time it was just this feeling of infatuation. Actually, I feel like in secondary school your hormones are high, your excitement levels or everything just felt very intense.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
Yes.
especially like what Kate said, right? Puppy love, that's the most intense also.
Too much of
Yeah.
that.
Hello.
Too much of that in school,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, back in school, like your first love, wow.
Mm.
Yeah, all the nonsense.
Yes.
Okay, this one is just a quote that I just added in for fun. Um, this is just a quote by a famous poet, right? She says like, yes, she was infatuated. I think the part I want to highlight is this part where she says, before I give my body, I must give my thoughts, my minds and dreams,
Mm.
and you weren't having any of those. So again,
Mm.
a lot of the times it's just physical attraction or sensation. Maybe you're horny or like the other person is horny. Like adrenaline rush or this dopamine hit, like what you said, just the feeling of being high, uh just getting that high. And in her case, the man was not looking for a deeper connection. He wasn't interested in her thoughts or her dreams. Yeah, but he just wanted the physical relationship. Yeah.
Mm.
Autumn singing a song in chat. Baby, baby, baby. Oh yeah. When I was 13, I had my first love.
I can't rap, so yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it as it is.
Oh yeah, that's the rap part very hard. Then he just goes. I don't know what he says after that.
Yes. Mm.
I tried to learn the rap, but I couldn't. How would you suggest keeping yourself in check?
Ooh.
Like keeping your expectations in check, is it? Hmm. I would say, I would not like what she mentions here, right? I would usually I'm a yapper, like, I think I talk a lot. If I like the person, I will talk to the person a lot. Before we even move on to like any physical intimacy, right? I'll talk a lot. And if he doesn't want to listen to me or he doesn't remember what I tell him, then I know he's not interested in me. I
Mm.
snap out of the dilulu. Sorry, I just Debbie's word. She mentioned it. I have to use it. It's
Can.
great. Yeah, it's great. I'm like need to sound younger with the slang. Okay, but yeah, I thought a lot, and then the guy will be like, if he forgets, I'll tell him I told you this before. Then I just okay snap out of it. He doesn't
Mm.
care. Yeah. How about you guys? Do you all have any answers for Autumn's question? Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like
Keeping
usually people who are in a situation, it feels very hard to step out, especially when the other side
yourself.
plays it very well. Like they're pretending to be
Mm.
interested in you, but they're not, right? Yeah, that's hard. They're manipulating
Yeah.
you, correct? Yeah. Oh, okay. So just
Think
now I said I would. Oh wait, do you wanna tell Autumn anything
how
in regards to this? If not, it's okay. I'll
mm,
just talk about.
can't think of it right now. I have
Yeah.
something, but I just need to process it first.
Okay, we'll come back
Oh, okay,
later.
okay. Maybe
Yeah.
at a
Yeah.
later slide you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
share. So just now I was saying I will share something in a later slide also. Then now is this time to
Mm.
share. So just now we were talking about y'all were sharing, right, all these like Kay was saying relationships that only last 1 month or something. I also had that relationship that lasted only for 1 month when I was in secondary school. This guy, we had our common interests, uh, but we didn't talk about any of it actually, even though our common interest was this book that we had to read for school. But we actually didn't really talk about it also. We didn't talk about values, beliefs, or family or anything like that. It was purely physical connection. Yeah, after secondary school, we graduated from secondary school, and then it lasted only 1 month. And it was just basically a rebound also, because he actually, before he started being interested in me, he was interested in my friend first,
Mm.
but she shut him down. Then he decided to move on to me.
Next target.
Yeah,
Mm.
next target. Yeah, and then yeah, he was actually getting over my friend, and then I
Oh.
fell for it.
Mm.
Like after that, so yeah, so that's just an example of a superficial relationship. Like he wasn't interested in any of my thoughts or anything like that. It was just purely physical touch in terms of physical intimacy. Yeah.
I had a
Mm.
very important question though. What
Mm.
book was it? Is it Shakespeare or some Max
What?
textbook or something?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not Shakespeare. I wish it was like something cool like Shakespeare. Like, oh, we are so I don't know, atas,
Sure,
is it?
swap. Oh, please.
No, it's not Shakespeare. I wish it was classic Shakespeare. It was just actually but okay lah, it was literature. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
it was a Singapore play, local Singaporean
Ooh.
play. Mm.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay lah. At least it's not
Yeah,
some lame textbook lah. That's all lah.
yeah, not math textbook. Math textbook is really. I
Please.
think the whole cohort can bond over the math
That'd
textbook. Oh,
be
but
so
literature,
weird.
we were, because my literature teacher started an online forum for all the schools in Singapore who decided to choose to study that book, right?
Mm.
All
Oh.
the students can go on that forum and discuss.
Hmm.
So that's how my friend met him. Yeah.
I
Then
see.
he met me through the friend and also other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can openly see all the
Mm.
response and see whose response is the most intelligent sounding like lah.
Yeah, or the most dumb, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't even participate in the forum. My friend did lah, that's why.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
cool, cool.
lazy. I was like a slacker student. Yeah, because it's just optional.
Mm-hmm.
Another question: how do you all handle being on the receiving end of infatuation? The attention can be quite flattering and overwhelming. On the receiving end of infatuation.
Mm,
You
I
want to
would
answer?
Potentially
say,
like love
yeah.
bombing. Yeah.
I would say if you're on the receiving end, and it depends how you receive it. If
Mm.
you how to say, you're receptive to it, then it's fine lah. But if you
Mm,
like, you are really not interested, then I think it's right to just like tell the person that I'm
mm,
very sorry, but I don't think we can make this happen. Yeah, have to be
yeah.
very honest also with the person. Just don't make the infatuation become like how to say
Simping, you
Even
mean?
worse, right?
um yeah, don't encourage something that you don't want to encourage, I
Mm.
would say.
Correct. Don't lead them on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't lead them on.
Mm.
Correct.
I can't relate
Yeah,
lah.
that's a good
What do you mean
question.
you can't relate?
I can't relate because I'm the one who's
If
infatuating over the person, not the person
are
infatuating
you
over
are
me.
you saying are you saying
I cannot relate. I'm always liking the person,
It's
not the
okay,
person
okay.
okay,
liking me.
okay, okay.
Okay.
It's
But at
okay.
least you don't receive like love bombing, which is again another form of manipulation. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I would describe love bombing more towards simping really more.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simping. Mm. But yeah, it could be it's both lah actually. Like Venn diagram, there's overlap. Yeah.
Mm.
Charlotte's Web. No, not Charlotte's Web. Singapore Story. No, what's happening? You're just listing out books in chat. Um, if they're ugly, make fun of them on social media. No, cyberbullying. Another question: how would you guide your child if they share this experience with you in
Wow.
future? Oh, you mean like, oh, if your child comes up to you and say, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm very obsessed. I have a crush on this guy or girl
Oh,
in school," is it that
yeah.
sort of thing?
Oh, I read it as
Ah,
like
interesting
sharing
question.
about our experience to the kid. Yeah, but
Hmm.
anyway, I think both
Oh,
is good enough to share. I think yes.
What?
No, as in both, I think are interesting ways of answering this question. Right? Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
oh.
Uh,
Do you plan to have such an open relationship with your children that they'll share such things with you?
I
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I think that is a.
He would hope so.
I
You
would
would
I
hope.
would hope so
Yeah.
because I always believe in open communication. I grew up in an environment where I yes my parents were they love me through other means, but they
Mm.
don't love me enough when the point we're not able to communicate our love and our
Needs.
feelings properly lah.
Mm.
So I grew up
mm,
yearning for this. So
uh,
when I have a family with her. So I do hope that um, our kid is able to be open to us. Um, not to the point
yeah,
where it's best friends kind of. Obviously, there's some
Yes.
yeah, yeah. There's
boundaries
still a line.
to
Yeah.
not cross, but at the same time, like I want the kid to be able to make sure, yeah, just share openly. Then we will
Mm.
discuss about how you feel and how we feel. Then it's more about a team rather than I feel that we are just parents or then
Mm.
he or
Mm,
she is a kid. So end of the day, just wanted to foster this loving family that I did not receive as when I was young lah.
Mm.
So I
Yeah,
think
just making sure
yeah.
that like parents are the safe space to go to.
Mm.
Mm.
Correct, correct. Like they hopefully trust you enough and don't hide things from you, right? Especially if
Mm-hmm.
it's something important. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm. Oh, autumn so sweet. Okay, we were talking about this a little bit. The second half of the slides is about going deeper and moving away from superficial relationships. Yeah. Sweet, I'm a joker, no lah. So this is like how do we do it, because we've been talking about it, right? How do we
Move
move away
away.
from the superficial and
wow.
go deeper? Okay, before we talk about that, right, there's actually this term called the 7-year itch.
Yes,
Have you all heard of this
七年之痒.
term before?
He hasn't heard about it, but I have
I
heard.
heard of
Oh,
it, but I
Read.
don't really believe in this.
Nah, I don't believe in it. Also,
No.
no.
yeah, yeah. It's just a statistic, right? It doesn't
Yes.
mean it's gonna happen to everybody. It's
Yeah,
just a
that's true.
statistic. Yeah, about how most marriages or most divorces, more like most divorces, okay, take place 7 years into marriage. But not everybody
Mm-hmm.
gets a divorce in the first place, right? But it's just about how it is possible that the romance fizzles out and people wonder if they should even remain together. They start wondering if there's someone else out there for them.
Yeah.
And it's all about, do they care enough to work it out and maintain the relationship?
Mm.
Because after the infatuation phase, there's the commitment phase,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So this is just a term for those who don't know in chat, because I think the guests know, right? Is based on the statistics. And also there was also even a movie, some movie that starred Marilyn Monroe in 1955, and it's the iconic image of her in a white dress, and then she's like, the wind is blowing her dress up, and then she's
Oh.
like, whoa, trying to cover
Woo.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie or something, she's playing the role of like the temptress, like the guy wants to make a move on her, but I think he's married or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Why go deeper? Sorry, I read chat. Why go deeper? Keep changing partners to get honeymoon period for life? No, don't listen to that. Makes sense. No. 7 year each must not scratch each other's back at night. You scratch mine, I scratch yours. Yeah.
But speaking about 7 year each,
Oh, hydrate,
there
hydrate.
is a friend of mine
Mm.
had that experience not say 7 years exactly, but it was around
Ooh.
that duration. They
Mm.
were quite stagnant in their relationship lah because of
Mm.
certain life commitments or where they are at standing in terms of their life or just how the relationship has been progressing in in the both of them lah. So at first, of course, I mean you, the typical shape, you have your honeymoon phase, and then once you get settled down. But because they got together into during the period when they were doing poly, so
Mm.
for some context, like poly is around 17, 18 years old. So by the time before they broken up, it was like very recently, about 2, 3 years ago. So I think it's about close to 8 years already. And from there, right, wow,
Wow.
it's basically the 70 age. And when I asked them like why did they broke up, or what I asked the person I'm closer to, he told me that they broke up because the relationship was stagnant, just like not going
Mm.
anywhere. And this is something that I also quite afraid of sometimes with Debbie
Yeah.
herself, or because when you're in a
Why?
long distance relationship, things can get quite stagnant very
Oh,
easily,
that's
especially when you
true
know that
also.
um, things are not
Just
moving well.
getting it over with.
Yeah.
Just getting what day the day to day thing. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that when in a relationship, right, there is either a few ways of going around this. It's either you get married, you break up, you continue. There is no in between of
Yes.
these three.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to keep continuing in that same status, or they want to keep moving forward, or they just break off. Lor. So
Mm.
it's either you find a way, a solution out of this, or you just break off. And
Yeah, that's the reality, I guess. Like
yeah,
if it's
Mm.
not working, then why want to keep prodding on kind?
Mm. With no goal or end in sight, right?
Mm.
Like
yeah.
what is, yeah. Mm.
Sometimes like keep if you keep holding on to the rope, right, it can be very painful, lor.
Tiring and
So
painful.
yeah, tiring and painful. So some
Correct. And
couples have to just let
it's
go.
good that you are, yeah, it's good that you're worried about you know, whether the relationship might get stagnant. I think that's what you said. Mm.
Yeah.
Autumn says it is
I don't think
also
so.
about being complacent, correct? So
Mm.
sometimes people break up or like experience this itch, right? The itch to go and like, think about who else is out there, if there's someone else for me,
Mm.
right? Like that itch or that feeling usually stems from, I feel personal opinion, okay, from complacency or just the lack of effort, like to
Mm.
continue the romance, right? And so yeah, then they, instead of looking inward or towards their partner inside, uh internally into their relationship, they looked outward. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why. So Autumn is asking, do you guys have any suggestions to combat this?
Combat
Yeah.
what?
Like, don't let your relationship be stagnant,
Ah.
or complacent. Don't be complacent, guys.
I think it's harder
Yeah.
for us for now because
Uh,
maybe we are not in that position yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not
Well,
Yeah,
yet.
hopefully
not yet.
not though.
Yeah.
Make
But
it fun and interesting.
that's true. We're thinking of ways
Uh,
now of what we can do
Mm.
in Singapore to
yes.
just have fun, and then
Find find
yeah.
all those like
Yes,
reels.
yes. So on
Send reels every day.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, there are so many things to do,
Relationship.
right? Like so many relationship, yeah. There's so many reels, TikToks, and like
Yeah.
people always making those TikToks saying like things to do in Singapore.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
literally have no excuse now. Just go
Mm-hmm.
and search on TikTok. What should I do in
No
Singapore
need
or date
TikTok. I ask you
easier?
all right now in the chat. Any suggestions? Give us now. We
Yeah,
go.
so you can go already. Yeah, remember to do a vlog also.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Do a vlog. Yeah, y'all go and make some TikTok videos. Go on dates or like go to attractions and then post like your reviews of attractions, things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those tend to do quite well on TikTok.
Yeah.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Oh, another question. The older generation have the mentality everything is bearable and workable. Oh,
Ooh.
because
Mm.
of 面子, correct, correct. That overall beyond, despite the years together, decades, that the relationship is rather superficial. Okay, this one, the older generation, because back then you just cannot get divorced. No such thing as divorce. Since
Yes,
this
that's true.
7 year each is talking about divorce, right? No
Mm.
such thing. Uh, cannot really because of 面子 and just because it's just unheard of in their generation. It's just against the norms for them.
Mm.
So yeah, if they get a divorce, it's just wow, huge disgrace or like the black sheep of the family. It's very dumb. But I think things are changing. Yeah, but it's very sad to see because there
Yes.
are some couples of the older generation, right? They are just they hate each other. They don't even like each other, but
Mm.
Mm.
they have to just stick it out together, and they resent each other. It's just such a painful relationship.
I guess like
Yeah.
older generations, because a lot of them are like arranged marriage also, so they don't get
Mm,
to like build the relationship prior to getting married.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's my grandparents. Yeah.
I also
Mm.
can share about my own parents as well. I don't really know whether what's the circumstances behind their marriage, but they still ended
Mm.
up like divorcing as well. So yeah,
Oh.
lor, so they did share to me at the end of the day when they were still together back then, they were together because of
Mm.
just me being around. So that was the
Oh.
me was the one that was tying together the marriage
Keeping the
lah. Then when I
yeah.
became a bit more older and when things happened in the marriage, I mean of course shit went
Mm.
down lah. So that one I can't comment too much, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of sad not to think about why a relationship could have still been happening because of certain reasons that we may not know lah, and
Mm.
or like a marriage that is
Mm.
still ongoing because of kids or because of certain commitments
Mm.
that they cannot just I want to divorce because I want to divorce. I can relate to a certain extent,
Correct.
but it's also kind of depressing to know that it's a very transactional
Mm.
relationship or marriage itself. Lor. You know, I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think that is
No,
my
no, no.
own personal experience when it comes to this.
Correct.
Yeah.
My parents are also like that, but they're still together somehow. I'm like, but they don't even like each other. That's the
Aiyo.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah, they just say, oh, we are just friends. Yeah, they just say like, oh, we
Hmm.
just happen to live together. We are just friends. Yeah. That's why I say it's very sad. But I feel like your situation or and my situation is yeah so common, right? When you
Mm-hmm.
see people's parents or your own parents. Um, yeah. And my grandparents even worse though because like what y'all said, match made, right?
Mm.
They didn't get a chance to build any relationship. My grandmother was matchmade to my grandfather, and then she said,
Mm.
she threatened to commit suicide. Can
Ooh.
we say that on
What?
stream? She threatened to unalive herself because she didn't want to go through with the marriage, but she still
Oh
did it,
no.
So because of expectations, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
Mm.
mm,
Expectations or you know.
yeah, but again, now times have changed. We don't do this sort of thing anymore, and I hope like people are more open to and not going to stigmatize or like shame people who have been divorced. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean it's better to get divorced. Don't be like my parents. Better to be get divorced than to live with someone whom you resent. Yeah,
That's true also.
it's
I
so
think it's
ridiculous,
also,
honestly.
yeah, it also depends on like the values that you hold. Do you value like yourself more, or like do you value like people seeing the marriage is still intact more?
Yeah, the face,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Mm,
And that's why
correct.
pre-marriage counseling is important.
Yes, please go for
Ah,
pre-marriage counseling.
Ah.
yes, that's
Uh-huh.
something y'all can think about. So
Yes,
yes.
we were thinking about
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
just
we
finding the
we
right
can.
timing to do it.
Correct.
Oh, and I don't mean y'all. I mean
Ah.
chat.
I
Okay.
answer for you now. Just saying.
Yes.
Autumn says, yeah, even a simple tradition like going to the park is yeah something fun. You're hanging out together, spending quality time together.
Hmm.
Or just staying at home, watching Netflix or just talking over dinner. There's
Yeah.
Yeah.
different kinds of quality time, yeah. Hey Kiki, hello by the way, I gave you a shout out. Being best friends is a thing too, right? Yeah, you can be best friends before you know, get into relationships. Actually, nothing to do. No, many things to do. It just depends what kinds of
What
things
you
you want
want
to
to
do. Or
do.
if actually really
Yes.
nothing to do, go to JB. Or
Oh, not
just take a
wrong.
boat. Just take a boat, go to Indonesia.
Oh
Also
yes,
can.
go Batam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fly to
Mm.
Thailand, come back.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
see? JB is fun.
Okay, actually,
Um,
SG nothing to do. You need to fly outside. Technically.
I beg
Go
to
to the
differ, but sure.
man-made cave.
Ooh.
Yeah, go to the man-made cave in the new zoo. Do all these
Ooh.
things. Anyway, this quote I just put here just to quickly look at it. Okay, like passion
Mm-hmm.
is the quickest to develop and it's also the quickest to fade.
Yes, true.
Okay, so it's the more important is to, you know,
Fire.
grow your physical, emotional intimacy and also
Passion,
your
yes.
commitment. Commitment is the one that grows even more slowly. Yeah.
That's true.
So just yeah, I like that quote. Okay, and over here, just now we were talking about the different stages, right? So we kind of explored a lot about the honeymoon stage, really, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all know about this. Then the next stage is making plans for the future, like exploring, like I think Singapore context would be, proposing BTO, yeah, wedding
Ah,
planning, renovation, right?
Uh-huh.
Exploring, planning the future, right? This is where I want to live for the and then we get this HDB 99 years.
Mm.
That's your future. And then
mm,
after that, y'all live together, and then there's the adjustment phase
mm.
where you integrate into each other's lives, get
Mm-hmm.
used to each other's schedules and timetables, things like that, or routines. And then commitment is just once you have adjusted to all these things, it's just for life, right? And then you just continue to date until you're old.
Yes.
Correct.
Ideally, right?
Stay sweet.
Yeah. Don't stop dating each other.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
if I
very
were
important.
to also interject about this, right?
Mm.
For the both of us, our this four stages kind of shuffle things around according to our where we are in our life, especially because
Mm.
when we before we got together, right, we actually explored about our options in terms of what do we want for each other before we got together. Then of course the honeymoon comes in lah. We didn't do
Mm.
like how you
Ah,
yeah put it
okay.
this.
Yeah, we kind of like laid out
Mm.
our, how to say, I forgot the word.
Like our life plans maybe
Yeah, yeah,
yeah
yeah.
just the way to put it mainly because long distance relationship is very different to a typical relationship
Mm.
where you need to be absolute certain in that sense where we are
Mm.
working towards
Mm,
a certain goal which is obviously to
mm,
settle down somewhere, be it in our case either in Malaysia or Singapore,
yeah.
and she chose Singapore, so she moved
Mm.
over. Then we
I
need to
got
make
no
sure.
choice.
Hey, what no
Ah,
choice? Hey, don't say
Wait,
that.
ah,
wait, 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 wait.
ah,
Why no
I'm
choice?
rejected at gunpoint.
No, no,
No.
no, no, oi, oi, oi.
No, just
No,
What
no, no.
joking.
happened?
No, no, no.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, okay,
It's
but
it's a big decision because like for us and because of me like
Uh,
moving to Singapore is a very huge decision because of like
mm.
circumstances, and like really need to decide like, oh, am I really gonna start a life here? Not just
Mm.
as with him and like as myself also.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
everything is
I've already lived my life
empty.
in Malaysia,
Mm,
kind of like stable, I would say. So like
Yeah.
starting over is a, it's a
It's
huge
very
jump.
daunting.
Yes, it is very
Yeah.
daunting.
so
Mm.
there's all of these factors to really consider before we start out the relationship, which is, just getting together lah.
Mm.
Afterwards, then, yeah, of course, honeymoon first lah. I mean, you are in that
Mm.
adrenaline rush. You delulu first. After that, you go into the salulu.
We kind of like honeymoon exploration, then
Yeah.
back to honeymoon.
Yeah, lor, correct, lor.
Mm.
So
Mm.
then afterwards, when we are together for the first time, then we honeymoon. After that, then you start talking about exploration. Because when we start to explore, sorry, as we start to visit each other more often, that's where you start to like talk things, start to talk about what do we want for each other in the
Mm.
future lah.
Mm.
Then again, when she's really moving to Singapore, then that's when the honeymoon is again here. Then after that, exploring. Then now the actual adjustment is here lah. So
Mm.
yeah, lor, that's
Very
where
cool, very
we start
cool.
to like
You
think
have
about how yeah.
multiple.
So it's
Yes.
multiple stages. So when people ask us like,
Correct.
how was the honeymoon period like? I say technically we are still in our honeymoon
It's
period.
complicated.
It's
Honeymoon.
very complicated. I
It's
cannot
very
give
nice. It's
yeah.
great. It's very cute also, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, yeah, I mean, your relationship, I mean, everybody's relationship is different, and your
Mm-hmm.
relationship is,
Correct.
interesting to hear about. That's why I wanted to have you on the show. Um, because yeah, there's no fixed like phases or stages. This is also just a very brief general like explanation, um just for people to see kind of like a natural progression of things. Yeah. And also, if you have multiple honeymoons, that's even better than just having one, which is so, immediately it's over and done with, and then
Yeah.
people,
Then afterwards you
you
start
know,
to like adjust and you start to explore things. That's when you
correct.
get to the
Yeah.
actual business itself, lor. So you
Mm.
just try to figure out
Mm,
how do we work towards, for example, in our case, is marriage now, lah. So now
Mm.
we have to start to adjust, start to plan
mm.
things and start to do our own
So can
preparations
I ask,
towards it, lor.
are y'all living together right now?
No. She
No,
is, yeah,
no,
she is
no.
staying separately, lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still stay separate.
After the wedding.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah, of
And
course, I know.
yeah, of course, of course. Okay, okay. So, but the adjustment would be, it's no longer long distance relationship, right? It's now
Mm,
Now is
we're in the same
medium
country.
distance.
medium
Yeah.
Medium
right.
distance
Let's just say like for
relationship.
example Jurong West to
Jurong.
to to Changi or something. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, don't need to say, yeah, don't dox
No, no, no. I'm not talking. I'm not
yourself.
saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
living
I
in
know.
any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jean de
Ah.
Tekong.
Sorry, I just go back to chat a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
That makes sense. Is best friends before relationship sounds like a great way to get stuck in the friend black hole. Not, not necessarily. No, no, no. Depends also. Depends. Oh
Because
yeah, when Pokemon Go was booming, I saw Akong Ama play together. It was so cute. Yeah,
oh
correct. So you see like any old couples doing that or
Mm.
holding hands, it's so cute. Like that's just,
Yeah.
yeah, couple goals. Correct, correct. And at least Malaysia, Singapore culturally not too different. That's true. That's true.
Correct.
we just debate about
Mm.
food lah. That's all lah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only issue,
West food.
right?
Which
Okay,
type of
okay.
food is
Let's
better?
not
Okay,
start a war here.
we
Oh,
don't
Let's not start
digress
a war
into
here.
that. Yeah, we don't digress into that. It's just saying.
Yeah. But to
that's
answer the best
another
friends before,
podcast.
yes, another podcast. But to answer the best friends before getting together, right? I mean, we're technically not best friends before we got together
Aren't?
now.
Oh no,
Yeah,
we're
we're
not.
technically not. Technically, we
Oh,
just like got to know each
yeah,
other as much as we can. Then after that, we start to explore things. So one thing
correct.
I wish I did differently in my relationships back then, or my past like girlfriends I was with, I wish I had this dating phase where we just try things out without any serious
Mm,
commitments. Not situationships, but more towards just try going out. Just be a bit more exclusive in that sense. Then if the
mm,
feelings are more aligned, then of course you go into a relationship lah. You want to be exclusive as much as you want, nobody cares. Because you're already uh you felt that things are already okay, ma, then sure that makes more sense from that.
mm.
But I wish I had done that, but I didn't. That's why I had so much
X.
exes, which I wish I didn't have them. So
Oh,
Mm,
is
yeah,
it? Okay.
correct. Lor.
No, but don't have to regret anything. Like everything
mm,
is
Yeah, it
really
happens
just
for a
for you
reason
to
also lah.
find
Yeah.
out about yourself, right? Learning experience. Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
yeah. But yeah, so okay, for these four stages, right? Because I just want to briefly say, like, society places too much emphasis, or like the media places too much emphasis on the honeymoon stage,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't care about the commitment stage.
Yes.
Like, because that would make for very boring TV shows, right? Like, oh, it's just a couple and they hang out and their life is fine.
Mm,
So that would make for a very boring TV show. So the media only focuses on the honeymoon stage. So
mm,
there could be some, and like, people always expect this crazy whirlwind of romance, and then like love songs are always about falling in love
mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. But the bulk of the relationship happens after the first stage. And
Mm.
The
yeah,
happily
it's
ever after.
correct. They only care about the happily ever
I
after. Like
beg
what
to
happens to
differ
Cinderella
leh.
after that,
What?
So why? What do you mean?
I beg to differ leh. I keep seeing so many BTO everywhere leh. The BTO, all the advertisements.
Be
Oh,
together.
Yeah, be
okay, okay.
together.
Help.
Because now you're in that stage, right? So that's why you keep seeing it. The algorithm knows.
You see,
Oh.
Google is listening.
Yeah, they are
Ay.
listening. They know
Yeah.
that you are in that stage, the
Mm.
exploring adjustment stage. Yeah, they know.
They
Uh,
know.
but also because That's good lah. I mean, that's one good thing about social media is that conventional media will focus on the honeymoon stage for like Hollywood films and stuff. But social media, yeah, we can anybody can just make a video about their BTO, their renovation plans and stuff like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's better
Actually, that's
in
quite
in
true. And now
that
that
sense.
you
Yeah.
mentioned about social media,
Mm.
you have all the friends that you have. They will share about their um stages of the relationship and their marriages and then
Mm.
their BTO renovation. Then they have kids as well. So there's certain
Mm.
level of expectation that people have on you, and also the peer pressure as well lah.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like people as saying why ask
Yeah,
you when
yeah,
are you getting
true.
married that kind, but it's in social media where it's in Instagram all that is so accessible, right? You keep seeing all the stories. Oh, today somebody's gonna get married, or somebody is getting a kid, or somebody is getting
Got baby.
yeah, all this
Baby
and
grow up.
yesterday everybody all
Yeah,
going their
yeah,
Valentine's
yeah.
Day. Oh, everybody all
Ah,
posting. Yes. So
yes.
Yeah, be careful. Don't compare yourself to all
yeah.
these
Yeah.
things.
So
Everybody is on their own timeline.
correct. So
Mm.
I think now that I'm with her, because our situation is much more complicated because long distance after that. Yeah, I mean, not say complicated, but I think it's more like unique in a way where
Mm.
we
Mm.
cannot compare, obviously.
Yes. Obviously
So
cannot
Correct,
we
correct.
craft our own narrative
Yeah.
in terms of
Yeah, that's great.
our relationship now.
Correct.
So
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Mm.
Craft your own narrative. Don't care too much about other people.
yeah, lor.
But of course, it's also good to look at it like good and bad lah. Bad in the sense that, like you said, you might feel stressed, but good in the sense that you know who to ask for advice, right? If your friend did reno before or like has advice on family stuff, yeah, then you're like, oh, I watched your reel or your post. Can you share a little bit more? Like you know who to ask if you have a circle of friends who have really gone through that
Yeah.
stage. Yeah. Cow play cow moo. Sorry, I'm
Mm-hmm.
reading chat. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, so it's correct, correct. Uh, what are the adjustment and commitment steps you have taken? Or for me, okay, I answer first. They can think about it because Autumn is asking. He tagged us both. For me, the adjustment steps is when we settle down together after the wedding. I have to adjust to his snoring. Yeah, snoring very loudly. My husband, very
I have to
noisy.
keep reminding her
Uh,
that I snore or I wheeze a lot. It's because of my nose. That's all.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
it sucks that I have this problem, but I can't help it, right?
Yeah. First night of moving in together, I slept on the couch. Cause I'm like, oh my god, this is so loud. And I'm a heavy sleeper, by the way. So
Huh?
like I cannot take it. But after that, I'm like, this is my new norm, right? Like this is fine. This is
Oh.
like my lullaby. I just sleep now. Okay, I can hear him snoring.
But
It's
if you
fine.
don't mind me asking, right, how long did it take you to
Mhm.
get used to the snoring?
I think quite fast lah, actually, since like I said, I'm a heavy sleeper. Yeah. But it's just the first night I slept on the couch.
Oh.
That's all. Yeah, it's not too
Wow.
bad.
Too bad.
Light sleeper and a heavy sleeper. Usually you have one of each.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Y'all,
Yes.
Ah.
y'all are the
You're
same.
the light sleeper. I'm the heavy sleeper.
Yeah.
Hey, same, same.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Correct.
And
So
then
it's
like
hard.
that's for the adjustment part. The commitment part, yeah, like we go on dates. We have always gone on dates whenever we are free. We just try to date each other. Just even something simple like go swimming together, go to a cafe together. Randomly, he will surprise me with a present that I
Aw.
didn't ask for. So
It's cute.
just keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I will show you all on stream. Hello, look at this new thing that he bought for me. Yeah, sometimes, as some of you might know, that happens on stream sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So says you are the protagonist in your own fairy tale. Correct. Correct. Yes. Did
It's
you
true,
get immune to
yeah.
story? Yes, I did. Put a pillow over his face? No.
Kita suffocate how? Die?
Oh my
Jialat?
god, y'all want me to kill people? No, no, no. Cannot say kill, sorry. Unalive. Cannot unalive people. Sorry, I need to censor myself. Self-censorship. Nowadays, noise cancelling earpiece very good. Hi, Ollie. How are you? Yes. Eh? Okay. Yeah, and but yeah, I kept telling him to go to a sleep clinic, and then he got diagnosed with sleep apnea. So at least we know why he snores. Yeah.
I should
Oh,
consider
So
actually.
yeah, you could.
Yeah. Is it
I
expensive to
kept
do it?
nagging at him. I don't think so because I'm not very sure. I have to go and ask him and get back to you.
Okay, you let
But
me
I
know.
don't think it should be expensive. Yeah, just go to the sleep doctor. Then they'll ask you to stay overnight, one night at the hospital,
Oh,
and then they will like hook you up to a machine and make sure,
they
like find out
they
whether
see
there's
you
something
sleep.
wrong lah.
No, I tell you one night not enough because the first night I cannot sleep because not used to it. Second night then it will happen.
Ayo, then you pay extra lah.
I pay extra.
Huh?
You pay extra to stay another night.
You
Aiya.
tell the
Uh,
doctor. Yeah, tell the doctor.
Doctor,
Think
I
hotel
yeah, doctor, I have trouble one usually at the first night, so can I stay another night lah? Just to be sure of the results are
The
accurate.
diagnosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think because my husband is the same. First night he was already thinking like, I can confirm cannot sleep properly there at the hospital, right?
Mm,
I confirm cannot. He kept saying this, but then they could still diagnose him properly.
wow.
Yeah, despite that lah. So
Okay.
I think
Just go
one
ahead
night
lah.
can already. Don't
Probably
need to waste money. Yeah.
probably they give you sleeping pills in disguise.
Oh no lah, they cannot do that.
No, that's illegal.
Unethical.
That's
Yeah,
illegal.
illegal.
Hello.
Doctor, 3 days, 2 nights
Oh,
can.
doctor,
No,
can you come
not
house like
Chalet.
water?
Yeah, I thought chalets. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
The adjustment period, other than the snoring, also like we have to adjust to taking care of cats together and like
Oh.
Oh,
other
yeah.
other than the snoring and the cats. Oh yeah, he has some like sleeping habits lah, cause he's a light sleeper. So you must close the curtain, of all the lights.
Mm.
Cannot. Yeah, our curtains we have to buy the what do you call those kind of curtains like the
Blackout curtains.
yeah, correct,
Mm.
blackout curtains. Mm. Yeah, and then he has to sleep nearer to the toilet. Yeah,
Okay.
because he might wake up and go to the toilet. I will just sleep through the night. Heavy sleeper,
Mm.
don't need to go toilet. Yeah,
Okay.
and then get used to his gaming habits also. Yeah. How about your anything you want to add on?
Mm.
What are you not used to me yet? Feel free to expose.
Huh? Really? On
What?
stream? I
No,
rather
I'm okay,
not.
I'm very okay.
Wow, she give you face. Give you
Wow,
face.
don't need. Content, no lah,
yes.
no lah.
I give you
No, I said I'm
face.
okay, I'm okay. Yeah.
Say the
Okay.
most outrageous thing now. Then see his face change.
No lah. Not much. Like yeah, get used to. I think get used to being with each other a lot
Yes.
because we I mean like prior to this we're just like spending a lot of time on screen. If that makes sense. Now it's like spending
Like
time in
FaceTime,
yeah,
Yeah,
FaceTime,
I
video
think-
calls. And now it's like
Mm.
spending time in person. I mean it's good in a
Person.
way, but also like not sticking to each other like 24/7 kind.
Mm.
I think
Oh
that's
yeah, that's something. Don't please just a random advice or random thing that I wanted to add about the commitment phase.
Mm.
About please don't stop dating, but other than that, even also don't take it to the extreme as to become codependent. Please still maintain your
Yeah.
independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we keep
Okay, sorry,
saying.
continue.
Yeah, because right now we are spending a lot of time I mean, with each other, which is
Mm.
I already said to her that it is gonna be what it is, and the fact that um we are actually spending a lot of time. That's why I haven't been like very active on my own social media, active on my streaming and all of that. So I explained to people that give me some time. We are in our honeymoon phase. Once we are done with it, then we will be back to our usual.
Back to our normal lives.
Yeah, back to our normal lives. We will probably meet lesser. I mean, that's nothing wrong with her, but it's just right now we are having that adrenaline, and also partly because I need to show her around Singapore as well.
Yeah, I
It's
need
a
to get
foreign
used to
land.
around used to getting around also.
So there is certain
Yeah.
factors of that as well to get her accommodated to Singapore lifestyle. Other than that, yeah, Lord, it's very unreal, especially because when I keep seeing her on the screen now, it's like, oh,
You're
She's
actually
really
here.
here.
She's
Oh my
real. She's
I don't need
god.
sitting
to.
right next to
I
me.
don't need to discord her anymore.
Why is this card? I can
Nice.
throw away already.
Not say can't throw away, but
No
we
lah,
still
for
have it.
me,
Yeah, lah.
for me, I use Discord mainly for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you, thank
sweet.
you. Discord, if you're hearing us, please. Yeah, no.
Hello.
But I think it is very surreal lah, to have her spending
Mm,
time with me, and now I can say, oh, do you have dinner? We can have dinner later
Yes,
like
that's a
in
real
yeah.
person.
thing.
So it feels very different now, rather than, oh, I'm eating in front of my computer, then my mom will be seeing me, she thinks I'm
Ah.
weird all the time, half the time.
What?
Huh?
Why am I
Serious?
always eating in front of my computer?
Oh, but you explained to her, right? Like,
Yeah lah, yeah, she understand after a
mommy,
while lah,
can't you
yeah
see
lah.
there's a girl on the screen?
There's the girl on the screen.
My setup is designed in a way that she cannot just like peep
Walk
into
in.
it and
Ah,
see, and then, or
Yes.
yeah,
know
yeah,
that I'm talking.
privacy,
Yes, I'm not
privacy.
exposed. Don't worry.
Yes. So it is tough lah, because at first she was wondering how come am I always close my door and I talk to somebody,
Ah,
always laughing
ah,
or whatever. I say, oh, he's talking to friends first, but of course,
mm,
yeah lah, mothers will know that I'm lying lah. But after a while, yeah lor, she still doesn't understand like why am I on the screen most of the time. But
Mm.
after I explained to her that, oh, I'm actually with
ah,
Debbie, and then it becomes easier lah. So
correct,
even
yeah.
for her, she is very my mother, she's very open to online dating, and when
Eh,
Mm,
okay.
yeah lor, then after that when she sees like
Oh,
Debbie
there's a
her
girl.
in real life, then I think she's more like assured lah that not stranger danger
yeah.
lah. I mean,
Mm.
also same goes
Correct,
to her
correct,
parents
Same,
as
correct.
same.
well.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of
They,
parents are scared. Like,
yes.
internet is a scary place,
It
right?
is a
Stranger
scary
danger. What if it's a
place.
love scam?
Yeah.
Yeah,
骗财
we're
骗
all
色。
vulnerable to scams. 对. Why are you laughing so much alone in your room? Yeah, that's the kind of thing.
Hello, that sounds so
Actually,
sus.
it sounds very sus. Yeah, that's true. Last time, even long ago when we had MSN Messenger, I would laugh at the screen when my friends were just making jokes, and my mom
Mm.
will also ask me that question. Why are you laughing?
Yeah,
电
yeah.
脑好笑咩？
Very funny.
电脑好笑。
对咯，电脑好笑啊。
嗯
You're alone cause you're bad at socializing. Any tips? You
Mm.
have to kind of I kind of know what you mean. Maybe not the same reason, but for me it's because I'm an introvert. So I kind of sometimes have to force myself into a situation like it's difficult, but I kind of force myself to make friends sometimes or like to go out to hang out in larger groups. Yeah, or if you already have certain close friends, maybe you socialize with them and through them you can meet other people. Yeah. Singapore no tipping culture, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, it would be great if they can. Just now you all said sponsored by Discord couple. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
okay, this.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
no. So I think it's not easy lah to put yourself out there, especially if we are introvert.
Mm.
Even
Mm.
at times, I also feel like an introvert. Yes, I am. In terms of MBTI, yes, I'm an extrovert, but I don't feel like I'm
Uh,
extrovert at times also.
you are maybe yeah. You're nobody is 100% lah, right? Or maybe
Mm.
you're an ambivert
Yeah,
actually.
I'm an
Yeah.
ambivert lah actually. So sometimes
Mm.
I also don't feel like going out, and I don't want to stay at home and sleep all day. I want to, but doesn't mean
Yeah.
introvert is dead. I mean, also I don't feel like socializing. I want to have my own alone time. So
Mm.
I do want to have that personal space as well lah, which is not easy. I agree. And you
Mm.
just have to put yourself out there lah, and it's not easy because you have that battery also.
Yeah.
And extroverts, fortunately for them, it's easier for them to fill up that battery lah. So I mean, I can't give a better advice, or you just putting yourself out there lah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much you
Autumn say
can
start
do.
with your interests.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
correct.
start
Yeah.
interests. And like
Mm.
be how to say, be open to, not to say like 100% open, but like be willing to like reach out to people, because you can't just wait for people to reach out to you sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Majority is
So,
always by yourself one lah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
there will be
true.
that small percentage people reach out to you,
Yeah.
especially how I reach out to
mm,
her first.
Yeah. If not, I'll just be like talking to the air kind.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
mm, the extrovert reaching out to the introvert first,
Yes.
right?
Usually it's like that.
Yeah,
Usually,
usually.
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 Mm, yeah. This one, okay, because since we that previous like when we were talking about commitment, right? So
Mm.
just remember always continue dating.
Yeah.
And of course, date nights will not solve your problems, but
Mm-hmm.
when you are on date nights or you're having a date with somebody, you're connecting with them. And if you're already in the relationship, you continue dating, you're reminding yourselves why um you fell in love in the first place. Yeah, I think
Mm.
this is also another quote, but I don't know where is it from. I just found it randomly online.
Mm.
Yeah. So we just go on to the next part, okay? Which is when we talk about dates in general, like making time for
Wow.
each other. I want to ask our guests, like,
Yes.
how does a typical date look like for the two of you? What's
Mm.
typical date night?
How?
Yeah.
Okay. Let. I think we should define what a date looks like for us first. Because
Mm,
dates for different people, it means different things. Like
correct.
simple as like going out for a meal together, like no phones. That's considered like a date to me. Or like just watching, I don't know, watching
Mm.
shows together while eating. It's also considered date.
Yeah.
For me,
Could
that's
be.
not date lah. To me, that's
Yes.
just regular routine and just
Oh.
spending quality time lah. So there is a difference between quality time activities versus a date per se lah.
Mm.
Which I
Mm.
define a date where you make an effort to do something special. So for
Like
example,
you need to
like
wear nice.
yeah, I need to wear nice to go to a specific place. That kind to it is more towards a date already, rather than you spend
Okay.
quality time. I mean, if you spend quality time is like I can just have a simple meal with her, then or like we watch
Mm.
shows together. I mean, that's what she has said. To me, that is just quality time.
Spending
But
time
Mm.
together.
if you put it this way, anything can be still a date if you
Yeah.
make an effort to it lah. So it's just
Yeah.
how you
How you define
yeah,
it.
how you define it. So
Mm.
nothing is wrong in that sense. So I personally prefer to make things a bit more special. Like, hey, so today like we want to
Uh,
go somewhere further away, and then we just have some fun. I mean, to me
Mm.
that's effort to go out of our way to do something different. Lor. So that to me is a
mm.
date. Lor. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Any recent date that y'all can share?
Any
Recent
recent
dates.
Like
dates?
a very, yeah, the kind that you just described. You must wear nicely, go out, do a
Very
specific
nicely.
activity.
Not yet.
Not yet, because I think most of the time we
You're just
when we are
adjusting.
like physically
Busy.
together, we just be very busy with
Yeah.
just doing our own errands and then just doing whatever that we need
Uh,
to do. But
mm,
we did think of doing this. We were walking around Plaza Singapura. Not
Mm.
sponsored, just saying.
Is it not?
Wait,
No, no,
not
no. It's
sponsored.
not. It's a Somerset.
Oh no, no, oh
okay.
yeah, yeah,
It's
Somerset three one
Somerset.
Wait,
three.
what?
Yeah, so Somerset
Okay, okay.
313, not sponsored by the place, but we
Yeah.
wanted to like see that the drawing the painting thingy, the cafe.
We went past it.
Yeah, we went past
Oh.
it, so we were
Mm.
thinking like maybe one day we can also try
Ah.
that
It's
out.
Yeah.
Then
okay.
just like in the news recently, there was the announcement of Singapore Universal Singapore, this is Universal
The
Singapore, the
Minion Land,
Minion Lands,
right?
not sponsored again.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we were thinking about that as well. So yeah, lor, I mean, we
Yeah,
are
if y'all go, let me know how is it.
yes, yes, we'll let you
Yeah.
know. We'll let you know.
So fun. It looks really fun. I keep seeing it appear like on social media.
What code is
Yeah.
that?
Huh?
Hello.
There's a
Thank,
what?
What 10%
thank
code?
you,
Wait, why got
10%.
code? Somerset referral. Some pretty cafe. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's things like this. I would consider that as a date, like because you make an effort to go out, and I think that is something
Mm.
that we are kind of planning also, and
Yes.
we have interest. sometimes like it can be on her of her own interest. Sometimes it can be my own interest as well. Just have fun lah. Just putting out there, just have putting out our comfort zones or just being in each other's interest. I think that to me is a date. Just have fun
Yes.
lah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. I saw like since we are talking about dates, they were talking about the 15th February, the date, palm date. A lot of jokes in chat. Stress relief rooms, you smash the things. Yeah, I did that before.
Not sponsored
Oh,
again.
so that not sponsored. It's called fragment room. It's like a rage room. They give you all kinds of weapons and you go and smash. Yeah, y'all can go and
Ooh.
try that. It's
Whoa,
fun
stress
also.
relief.
I
I
brought my
think.
husband there because I thought he was very stressed at work.
Oh, okay.
Then I tell him, imagine that thing is your boss and you smash it.
Haha.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, very fun. So that date was I planned it for
Ooh,
him,
spa
and then
day.
he will plan dates for me also. Oh, spa date, yeah. What
Yes,
is
we
a
did
date?
Nice.
discuss about a spa
We
date
have been
before.
wanting to go for a spa date, but we
Yeah.
haven't yet.
Yeah, let's do like
S-
massage together. That
Still
would
not
be
sponsored.
really nice
Correct.
though. Yeah.
A lot of people go to JB to do that.
Yes,
Yes.
Since
we've
just
been
now we were
talking
talking
about
about it.
it. Yeah.
Yes. We're planning a
Yeah.
day to go.
Yeah, even going to Malaysia to us, is it not like her side of the Malaysia, but
Yeah, just
JJB lah.
lah,
To me,
yeah.
that's a interesting date to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going to different places,
Mm,
just spending time alone. Quite nice, quite nice.
correct.
Yeah.
JB has a lot of interesting cafes also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So says, what is a date? Date is spending time. Then so says, date is a moment in the year. Resort in Batam, swimming in Maldives. Ah, yeah, even going traveling together. Yeah,
Yeah.
is a extended date. Okay, so
What?
it doesn't matter which stage. Just now we talk about the stages, but it doesn't matter which stage you are in. You still got to do all these things. You got to spend quality time, like I put the example there, watching movies. You got to have shared interests.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, not all your interests will align, but I'm sure there'll be a few.
Yeah.
Confide in each other, or maybe like talking over a meal, just something very simple. Oh, hi, Sinsta, thank you for the follow. Feel free to chat. But yeah, the concept is the same no matter what stage you're in. Okay, make time, bond. Doesn't have to be something that you like to do in particular. Also, sometimes you
Yeah.
do something just very
Adventurous.
simple. Yeah,
Or adventurous.
yeah. Go on an adventure.
Yeah.
And like eating, everybody needs to eat. A very simple date is just eating,
Yes.
having a meal. Yeah.
To us, like even going
Um.
to a fancy restaurant is already a date.
Considered date.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we usually just
Correct.
eat
Yeah.
simple stuff. We just go coffee shop, food court. Even food
Yeah.
court to me is like quite a fancy place already because of the
Or
prices.
even better, just stay at home and cook.
Mm.
That is
Like
actually quite a
one,
fun
Yeah.
way of doing things also.
yeah. Maybe next time when y'all live together, right? One person says, "I'll make a meal today," and
Ah.
surprise the other person, right? That sort of thing.
Ooh.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cooking is
yeah,
fun
quite
too.
fun. Why are we talking about Maldives and Hawaii and Antarctica
Sorry,
so
no
random?
money there. I can
the,
watch
the,
YouTube
the
videos of
trouble
those, no problem,
we,
but
we can we can do a date. We just on the YouTube on the TV and
yeah.
just like
Then you might as well just place
Wow.
a
Antarctica
fireplace there
tour.
on the TV.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, can also, but well, is that a superficial
The
date?
vibes.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Oh.
Yeah lah. And anything that is considered as spending time, like I said, no, it can be a date to anybody. It's just how you define
Oh,
it is.
a
Yeah.
question. Do your food preferences align?
Do our food preferences
Quite
like? I
aligned,
mean,
eh.
I'm not picky with food.
Yeah.
Not
Y'all are both not
very
picky,
picky, but I yeah, just
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 cravings lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just one thing that I can't stand is spice. Like too
Ah.
spicy.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
same as me. Yeah,
So
I cannot.
So when I brought when I brought her like back home, right, I say to my mom, you cook your food, better don't cook all the crazy spicy food that
I'll
you feeding
cry.
me.
Just just tone it down a
Tone
little
it
bit.
down,
Yes.
tone it down.
Tone it way down.
All the way down.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, but it's okay lah. I still enjoy lighter food at times. So I still need my spicy food. So
You
need to
just
train
add more.
her.
No, just add more chili for your side. I just eat plain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can add the spice later, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
She takes the plain food out first, then you add the spice in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really cannot take spice. Cannot train. Sorry, my stomach is too weak and lousy. I eat a
So
bit, I
weak.
want to die already.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannot train. My mom tried to train me since I was a child. Cannot train, 就是 cannot train.
Oh,
Cannot force.
yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. And sometimes people are allergic. Oh, that's true. Autumn is saying some
Mm.
people are allergic. Like one loves seafood and the other one is allergic.
Oh dear,
Then very sad,
just
right?
don't.
It's a clash. But yeah, I have to compromise or like it's
Mm.
okay. Like the one person who likes seafood can have the seafood, and the other person
It's not bad. You
can
save money
even
there.
Hello?
yeah. They
Yes.
can have seafood when they're with their friends or whatever.
Yeah,
Or like
just
you go to a restaurant, you order separate things. You don't have
mm-hmm.
to share food. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could never date a vegan or vegetarian, maybe, but still, you're still gonna eat meat. Yeah, so like you eat the meat.
To
I
each of
guess
their
you
own
said you'll
lah.
never date a vegan, but I guess it's still possible lah. Like they eat the vegetables, and you just order separate dishes. Yeah. But it might
Everybody
make
has their
cooking
own
a little bit
effects all.
harder.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's all.
Yes. That's
Cooking for one person is difficult. Yeah.
Correct.
true. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one, have you heard about this study? It was created by a psychologist to speed up intimacy. It's
Ooh.
basically known as the 36 questions to fall in love. And this was seen in the Big Bang Theory season 8 episode 16,
No, I
where
don't
they
remember.
ask each other 36 questions in the show. If you are familiar, Penny and Sheldon do this experiment and they
Mm-hmm.
ask each other the 36 questions. And then after the end of the 36 questions, you're supposed to stare at each other, look into each other's eyes for 4 minutes.
Yeah, well, we did
And
this,
then
I
after
think.
that,
Yeah, we
oh,
did this.
sorry.
Yeah, we did this.
Oh, y'all did it?
Yes, we
Was
did
it
this
what?
like early on in this.
Wow. Wait,
It's-
what
it
are the
was- it was-
findings
I
of the
forgot.
experiment?
I forgot it was before we got together or it was during the dating stage.
I think
Wow, I
it was
really asked
during
the
the
right
dating
people for this
stage.
thing.
Okay,
Wow.
it could be during the dating stage. Yeah.
Yes, I remember we found. Was it you that found it, or was it?
I think it was
it's
me,
you.
yeah, it
You
was
found
me,
it,
yeah.
and you like shared it to
Oh.
me, and like, are you interested to do this thing with me?
No,
I'm
basically
like,
I forced her.
okay.
I forced her. Lah.
Wait. So when he asked you to do this thing with him, were you like skeptical or were you like, yeah, enthusiastic?
I
Do you remember?
think I was more on like the enthusiastic side because I was not expecting
Oh, so
anything.
cute.
Like,
Uh,
yeah, just like
just
just do it for
curious,
fun.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Fun
yeah.
yeah,
Just
do
do
it
it
for
see where it
fun.
goes lah.
Nice. Because some people they will be skeptical, like, huh, what's this rubbish, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is not true science or whatever.
I would say it's about science, but it did open up a lot of conversations for
Yes,
us.
that's
Which
true.
is good.
Mm.
Any form of conversation starters is
It's the best.
beneficial lah in moving forward and
Mhm.
going deeper in where we want to achieve lah. So
Yeah. Probably
this-
should do it again.
Yeah.
we should probably do it again and see
Oh yeah,
whether
because
our.
your answers will change.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember
Yes.
what's my
Good
answer.
idea.
I'm pretty sure it will change a
Mm.
lot anyway lah.
Really?
Regardless, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, y'all grow together or you have new life experiences to share. So
Mm.
yeah.
That's
But the
true.
staring, did y'all actually really do the staring
The
into
staring
each other's
to
eyes
the-
for
the-
4
Through the
minutes?
screen. lor.
Does it count?
It counts. It counts. I am of the belief that it counts. Yes.
You can't do
we need-
anything about that while you're flying over to stare.
Hello.
No, but is it like you don't? Are you supposed to talk during the 4 minutes?
I don't think
or-
you're
or,
supposed
like,
to talk. You just
stare?
like stare quietly.
quiet staring.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
told
okay,
her, right,
okay.
just look into the eyes can already. Yeah.
It feels a bit awkward. Like I cannot imagine staring into anybody's eyes, even my husband's eyes, for 4 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bit weird.
But
think- I think it's
interesting
okay,
that y'all
eh.
did it.
For me,
Yeah.
I'm used to it
Feel a
already.
bit
lah,
weird.
yeah.
Oh.
Because I mean, I would occasionally like admire her also.
Yes, that's true.
Aw.
Yeah, so the staring to me is like,
Okay.
Not fine,
I'm
yeah.
used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine staring but the screen freeze. Yeah.
Stare for the extra minute.
The screen help you do the staring. You don't need to do already if it freezes.
Nice.
Yeah, but these 36 questions, y'all can just Google it for
Mm.
chat. Like, if you are
Mm.
interested, you can Google it because these questions are interesting. So, because to answer the question of, how do we make a superficial feel relationship feel deeper? Like, how do we
Mm.
go deeper and understand each other better, right?
Yeah.
Or how do we get this person to open up? Maybe they want to open up, but they don't know how, don't know where to start, right? You can look at some of the questions. You don't have to do exactly the 36 questions and then stare at each
Yeah,
other
I'm
for four
pretty sure
minutes
some
if
of
you're
them we
not.
skipped also because it doesn't apply to us as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, it hasn't applied
correct. So you
yet.
don't have to do it exactly like the instructions say, but you can look at some questions and think about them together, like because the questions are open-ended questions and they're interesting questions that ask about the person's life story or childhood or goals or values or
Yes.
like what's the highest points and lowest points of their life. So yeah, these are questions that cause you to reflect and to be open and honest, and it can create emotional intimacy with your partner. Yeah,
Mm.
Mm.
or you might see questions about certain vulnerable topics that you didn't even think about asking your partner, or yeah,
Yep.
and you've been keeping to those superficial topics. Yeah, how do you define superficial? Oh, we talked about that in the first half of the stream, but maybe just to briefly recap, the superficial relationships is like you just feel very high and excited and like the you think of that person as perfect, and you don't really go beyond. You don't talk about your life goals or anything deeper. You just talk about maybe something superficial like your common interest. Yeah, or you're
Only
just physically attracted to them. Yeah.
only touch but don't go. In that sense, yeah, just very superficial or
Yeah,
very surface level lah. Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So that's just a quick recap. Question: you are very deeply in love with each other, but can you name one thing that you would never ever give up or sacrifice, and you are surprised that your partner is perfectly fine with that?
Huh?
Oh, like what, souls? I don't really get it. One
Mm.
thing that you
Wow.
will never ever give up or sacrifice, and your partner is surprisingly okay with that. Can I answer for my partner first while y'all think about it? I
Mm-hmm.
answer for my partner. My partner, I feel like for the past few years, he will never give up FIFA. And I'm not too okay with that, but I'm fine lah. Like I'm like, you do whatever you want with the game.
Okay.
You do whatever you want. You go and play FIFA.
Mm.
Uh, I don't like it, but sure. I don't like how
Hmm.
angry he gets, but sure.
It's a
Do
very
you
deep
mean
question
something like this?
there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very deep question. Do you
Wow.
mean something like this? I'm giving you a not so deep answer though.
Okay.
Yes.
I have an answer, but I don't think I'll be answering it very directly because I can't really think, to be very honest. It's a very deep question to be very frank.
Mm.
Um, but there are certain moments in my life with her. Um, I went through like a couple of career shifts lah, career seasons. Then I did tell
Mm.
her once that I was seriously considering contemplating to um switch careers. Not just like in um like switch to another company or something, but it is more of um switching
Yeah.
industries because
Mm.
I'm coming from a creative industry ma. So when I changed over, I was intending to change into a different industry and I wasn't sure what was it. And I was telling her that will you be okay with it to
Mm.
sacrifice law, and especially I wasn't feeling very happy lah because the industry sometimes can be a little unpleasant,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm.
don't feel very happy. As in, I still am very happy to do
Mm.
what I'm doing, but am I
Mm.
able to sacrifice for the sake of um my own happiness? And also, I don't think I was earning a lot of money anyway lah. So, am I able to like sacrifice that for better pay and not going to what I have been doing for my passion lah? So, it was a very difficult it was very difficult for me to like figure out how do I want to go along from my end. And at the end of the day we discussed that there is certain compromise on my end and there's a certain compromise that we have to figure out also lah. And sacrifices is not easy. It's not an easy topic that I have to discuss with her, and every day we have to
Mm.
find a certain balance between the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. My partner did change jobs recently also. I guess you could call it a mid career switch, is it?
Mm.
I guess that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge change, but I guess I, my experience is not really that I don't think we each have ever had to sacrifice anything though, because like he did ask me like, oh no, if I am jobless or if I cannot find a job or whatever, would you be okay with that? And then I'm like, sure, right? You know, I'm still working. It's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Yeah, that sort of thing, you know. And you also have, we both have savings, you know, it's okay if you're jobless for a bit. But
Mm.
he found a job very quickly, actually.
Correct.
Um, so actually, it wasn't really an issue. But, you know, you just have to be prepared for the random shit that happens in life, right? Shit happens. Yeah. Um, so I wouldn't really call that a sacrifice, but more like, you know, you anticipate if times get tough, right? And then you have to deal with
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Mm.
Because it's the same as what you
Uh.
do, sorry, yeah? It's the same as what you do for your
Mm.
wedding vows, in sickness and in
Mm.
health, and
Correct.
whenever like things
Correct.
happen to you, will you
Mm-hmm.
still be there for your
Mm.
partner? And I'm really glad that she
Yeah.
is very supportive in what I'm doing, and we're obviously gonna find ways around it, and at the end of the
Mm.
day, we're just gonna take words at a time. It might be
Mm-hmm.
a slow journey, but as long as
Mm.
we are honest about it, and we are always being transparent and trying to figuring out, and also having a supportive community around us, I think that is what we wanted for us lah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sin Star says you should never sacrifice or give up anything to be in a relationship. It means you're not compatible. Yeah, that's why I say it's not really a sacrifice. So yeah, 100% agree with that. And you also said Twitch doesn't have a rewind button, so don't worry. I think this episode will be posted or published later on if you do want to watch it later on. And this is episode 8, so there are other episodes as well. That maybe I would put it up somewhere. I'll put
Okay.
it up somewhere. Another question. Do you even think before getting that far into a relationship, we should know? Yes, I agree. Before getting that far into a relationship, we should know our values and beliefs. Correct. And certain things, there are some things that, I guess you can call them your core beliefs, core values, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
things cannot change,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It's just that it makes up who you are. Yeah, so you cannot ever give up those things, because if you give them up, it means you're changing yourself for somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, cannot. Mm. So yeah, I agree with you. Mm.
Mm.
Okay, this slide is just about love languages, just to ask y'all about uh your love languages, or do y'all know about the, it used to be called the five love languages, and then now it has changed or
Evolved.
been updated
Like
to
Oh.
the
Pokemon, this
seven
one.
love styles. Yeah, do
Got
y'all know about
evolved.
that?
I only know the
We
basic
talked
one.
about
Yeah,
it.
I never
You know
watched
the
it.
basic ones.
Yes,
Okay,
but I only
yeah,
the
never
basic
mind.
one.
Just
Yeah.
the five love languages.
Yes.
Correct. So we talked about this before. But I like to bring it up again
Mm-hmm.
because to remind people about it.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask y'all, is it because y'all understood each other's love languages, that is maybe perhaps one of the ingredients to how your relationship worked out in terms of long distance relationships as well? Yeah.
Yes, I would say so. Like knowing each other's love language kind of play into like how we manage the relationship. But I the thing about long distance is that it's not all the love languages can be sufficed.
Mm,
Like physical touch, you can't do it long
cannot.
distance,
Yeah.
and like acts of service, you can't do it long distance. And unfortunately, that's
Yes.
our love language. Like
Oh, that's your love
Oh.
language. Your
will
acts of service is your
Oh.
love
yeah, yes,
language.
acts of
That must
service is
have
my
been
love
hard.
language.
But my
Yeah.
love language is
What?
words of affirmation. So it
Yeah,
was very easy for me,
Oh.
but it was
yeah,
not easy for her. So I have to find
yeah.
ways to like do my part to help her,
Mm-hmm.
especially now that she's in Singapore. There's no excuse anymore. I can
Yes,
really help her to be
yes. Now I
more
feel pampered.
yes.
Oh.
Ah,
So cute.
Mm, correct, no? Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess for Debbie, she would provide a lot of words of affirmation, is it? Yeah.
Not say
Yeah,
sweet
there you
talk, but
go.
I think it's more of like
No,
assuring.
no,
Yes,
not sweet
assuring.
talk,
Yeah,
but
lor.
I don't
I,
do
affirmative
I,
sweet
words.
talk.
I,
No,
I, I
no.
always I
Correct.
always do all that, then she call me very cheesy
Yes,
lah.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like cheese. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But that means you understand that this is his love language, lah,
Yes.
right? And then he also
Yes.
understands you in terms of the acts of service and physical touch, like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Correct.
very good. Yeah, see, guys, I just wanted to show you an example
We are
of
not
what we
textbook
were like, a
examples, but
real
we do
life
our best.
example. Okay, not textbook example, but just a real life example of how understanding each other's love language will
Mm.
really does help lah in
Mm.
a relationship. Even if you don't necessarily agree with the five love languages, you can come up with your own, or just ask somebody, the person you want to date, right, or the person you are dating, like how do they want to be treated.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First date for you is about seeing we have similar mindset and sexual compatibility. Yeah, that's correct. In
Mm.
terms of if that is what you prioritize and what you're looking out for, that's, I think, similar mindset is very, very
Yeah.
important. And for me also, yeah, I mean, they mentioned already, right? One of the love languages is physical touch or physical intimacy is very important to me as well. If the physical chemistry is not there, it's kind of difficult. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you adapt and overcome when you don't receive what is needed? Yeah, communication. Correct. How do you talk about this? Just um, if depending on what stage you're at the relationship, I guess if you're already very serious, you know the person very well, you can just bring it up like, hey, can you do this a little bit more for me? Like, yeah, you struggle with words of affirmation. Yeah.
And
What
also
What do you
just
guys think?
compromising as well, lor. Yeah, lor.
Mm.
Correct. Compromising. Just
In the
tell them, hey,
relationship or like in
yeah.
such a situation, it's never 100%. Or you believe in
Mm,
both together is 100%. 100% together, I mean, whichever analogy works, but um, we have to also kind of put in your own weight lah. So sometimes like when she's
correct.
also frustrated, I expect her to give me words of affirmation. I can't expect her to do this, right? So I just do my best to also accommodate to her, and I also do my best to understand her better lah,
Mm,
and also learn the right time to also receive all of this
mm,
lah. And also for myself, like, I need to also
yeah.
learn when I'm supposed to be helping her, rather than I just sit down here and do nothing lah. So I have to learn, unfortunately, but sometimes it is the way how it is. Lor. You learn to just put in your own weight lah. Yeah.
True.
Mm.
Yeah. Pull your weight. Yeah. Find out. Um, I mean, because if someone is interested in you and cares about you enough to find out all these things about you, then yeah.
You
I
just do
mean,
your
it's
best
kind of,
naturally lah. Yeah.
yeah, you just do your best. Temper expectations work as a team, correct? I mean, of course, it's not like uh you have you cannot also have ridiculously high standards, right? Because every day you are learning about the other person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn about the other person, you figure out what their needs are. Yeah. And then you work together as a team. That's true, Autumn. And speaking of that, I just want to talk about apology languages real quick as well, because we didn't talk about that in any of the previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have progressed from your superficial relationship to a deeper relationship, definitely there will be conflicts, right? Like everybody, you know, as long as there have been human civilizations, there have been wars, there will be conflicts. Okay, so there'll be fights. Is inevitable. So there's also such a thing as apology languages, which, yeah, Autumn says you didn't know existed, right? So um some people want um you to just say sorry, like express regret. Some people want would like you to say things like, how can I make it right? I would like to make amends. How can I make up for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some people says apologies are not important. I want you to show me that it will never happen again, right? So they want to see change. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
apology languages are different for different people. Yeah.
Oh.
So have I want to just quickly ask you all, like, kind of the last question that I want to ask you all is, have you all fought during your long distance relationship, and how do you all resolve it?
Have we?
Yeah.
You want to share the most recent one?
No.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, fortunately for us, we haven't went into like how to say like we don't talk to each other even though we are angry at each other. We don't have that. You know, like 冷战.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cold
Maybe
War.
yeah, because of an argument, and then you just like don't respond to the person, the like your partner's
Mm-mm.
messages and everything. I think we're past. We don't have that, and I think we're past that age to do that.
No, even if we do have that, we just
You just
have
kind of talk it out lah.
let it happen
Yeah.
first, and then we will reflect about it lah.
Mm,
So at the end of the day, it's just how you deal with the situation,
mm,
how
Mm.
mature you are about it, and
yes.
we're not
No more
kids
Cold
already
War.
lah. Just discuss
Yeah,
only
no
what.
more.
I will tell
Just
you my
talk about it.
perspective why I was affected by it. Then you tell me why you angry
Mm.
lah. That's it lah.
Mm,
Yeah lah.
yes.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah lor.
Simple.
Yes.
Yeah lah.
Simple, yeah.
It's as
Just talk
transactional
about
as
it.
it is. If you want to make it complicated, then that's where grudges will be formed lah. And I don't think we
Mm,
want to have that lor.
no.
Yeah lor.
Yeah, correct, correct.
Okay
Because some
lah, okay
people
lah.
find it hard,
Yeah.
hard to say
Say
sorry
sorry.
or to.
Yes.
Yeah, if
Really
it's hard to say
sorry.
Yeah.
sorry, then that's where the other
Is it too late now
uh
to say sorry?
Sorry, yeah, the song. You
okay,
start
so
singing.
that's
What?
where I stand. Where if it's really hard to say sorry, then you find other ways
To say
uh
yeah.
to make up for it lah. Like the different
Mm,
apology
Yeah, but do
languages
you
that you
find it hard to
use.
say
yeah.
sorry?
I don't mind admitting it if I'm really in the wrong or I'm
Mm.
a partial
Or
mistake.
what if you're not wrong?
Then
Mm.
I would say, then am I really in the wrong? That's all lah. I feel that there are certain things that had happened lah.
You know, sometimes girls just like, even if you're not wrong, you're still wrong.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I agree. I
Sometimes.
agree. Some
Some,
people just want that. Yeah lah. But
Yeah, some people just want to hear the apology, even if
yes,
you're not
mm,
really
sometimes I
100% in
also
the
like just
wrong.
suck it up lah. But if I know that
Mm,
I have a certain stance about it, then I also
mm,
have to defend myself properly lah. I have to
mm,
explain to
mm.
her that there are certain reasons why I see it this way, and not because
mm.
I'm trying to be difficult or giving you the face or
Yeah.
she must always win that kind of attitude. But
No
So
lah,
if
don't have
you
it's
know,
lah.
warranted,
understand
then it
it.
makes more sense
Yeah.
lah, yeah lah.
So she can understand your perspective also,
Yes. At
right?
the end of the
Yeah.
day, I mean, we both have different
Mm.
mindsets about how we work, ma. So
Mm-hmm.
just find a way lah around it.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, communication. Just if
Mm,
it, again, guys, boils down to communication,
Mm.
right? If you want the person to apologize, just say, I would like it if you can apologize. Or even just now, you all mentioned the cold war, or giving each other the cold shoulder.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not really cold shoulder. Like, of course, cold war, cold shoulder, that's very bad. But sometimes if you need time to decompress, say, hey, I need some time, please leave me alone for a while. I just need to
Yes.
cool down. So it's really just all boils down to communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't just give people the cold shoulder without saying anything, right? Not like what you said.
Mm.
We are no longer at that stage. We're no longer. Yeah. Correct. Correct. Let's see chat for a bit. Love languages help you understand yourself. Oh, don't worry. Only 3 more slides. And the last slide is just a thank you slide.
Wow.
To
Two
answer
more
the AI
slides.
question. Yeah. The last few slides is not a lot of stuff. Yeah. We are at the end already. uh let's see. Love languages can change. Correct, correct. I agree with that. Love languages change. I took the quiz a few times, or like I realized, like just based on your own self-reflection, you figure out, oh yeah, my love language has changed.
Hmm.
From quality time, it changed to something else, then it can change back to quality time.
Oh.
That's for me, like my journey. But it's still quality time for now. For me, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm very particular about the right and wrong. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Sometimes you just need to, if your partner's apology language is, she just wants to hear you say sorry, even if, you're not 100% in the wrong.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just have to say sorry, lor. Like what case, they just suck it up and do
Sorry,
it.
no.
But
Sorry
cannot say
lah.
like that also. Cannot say sorry, lor, like that. Like
It doesn't
insincere.
sound. It doesn't sound sincere.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
want a genuine apology.
Yeah,
Then you
it's
say,
more
then you
like
say,
sometimes.
I forced you to say
Mm,
that.
Yeah, cannot be like
Say
sorry, lor.
sorry
It's
for the
sometimes
sake of it.
you're saying sorry not because you did something wrong, but more like I'm
Mm.
sorry that we
Just
have
want
fought.
to amend the
Like
situation.
sorry
Correct.
for this
Kind.
situation. Yeah, this terrible
Yes.
situation that we are both in right now. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's just sometimes sorry for that, okay, but not really that either of you did something wrong, because sometimes nobody is in the wrong. It's just a misunderstanding.
Yes, just a
But you
miss.
still need to say sorry. Yeah. Why y'all?
I cried on this like on the losing end, isn't it?
Hello.
I must say sorry at the end of the day, right? What's the point?
No, no, no. I'm not that kind of. Hello, I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. Even
I don't
apology
demand.
languages change according to situation. Sometimes a simple
Yes.
sorry
Sorry
isn't
lah, I
enough,
have to say
right? Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, okay, it's okay. Sorry, 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 sorry.
Sometimes a simple
Don't
sorry
sorry
isn't enough.
anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes
thank
you need
you.
to make amends. I'm
Yeah.
sorry you were wrong. Oh my god, that's the most pegro thing to do.
Oops.
I'm sorry that you're
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry that you're sorry. What? I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about it.
Oh dear.
That's the
Wait,
worst
no,
kind.
please don't say all those things. It's very like pegro, but we are just joking.
Yes.
Separate the emotion
Correct.
and
Yep.
the situations. Yeah. Okay, guys,
Mm.
I want to end this part of the. I mean, this is the last slide before the Q&A lah. So, I just wanted to say congratulations to Kay and Debbie for getting engaged. Oh, can I ask? Oh, sorry, I said just now that was the last question, but actually I have one more question.
Oh,
How did
can.
he propose?
Ah, so that's where you should listen to our
Oh
side then.
dear.
Okay, because I was talking about my proposal experience with another streamer, with Hello
Oh,
Ugly Ducky. So if you are
okay.
interested, I think it's one of my VODs. I should probably make it
Ah,
easily available to people, but I might
okay.
have it on a different separate
You can put it in
occasion lah.
chat
Yeah.
or in Discord or
Yeah,
send
yeah,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah. I
Yeah,
probably will
yeah.
put it
DM me.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, can. But we
What?
did talk quite extensively about how I planned,
Oh.
how she was surprised and how it went down and the
I didn't
little.
know. The
I
thing
mean,
is
I did share with her a little
know.
bit here and there lah. So yeah, lor.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
I did, but the too long didn't read version is that I went over to her
Yeah.
place, which
You
is
flew over.
yeah, I flew over with a couple of
Wow.
friends. With two of them were actually my videographers as well. So I actually know them in person. So not some random people I found on the street kind. So
That'd be more
it was disguised as
faster.
a church group
Mm,
with my friends lah. So like we are coming in together to
mm,
explore her hometown because I've
Mm.
been talking about her hometown a lot.
Yes.
So when I was there already, they were just shooting us, and then they were also helping us with the whole proposal setup. So it was light as
mm.
beach picnic with her friends
Wow.
plus as well as with my Singapore side lah. So it was a
Where got picnic?
okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. So it was like as a
Wait,
beach
what?
picnic between her church
Okay.
group and also my church
It's
group.
supposed to be a fellowship lah.
Yeah,
It's
fellowship
disguised as
basically.
a
Speaking simply,
fellowship.
it's a fellowship
Yes.
picnic
Mm,
between the both countries basically.
mm.
Then yeah, no, she was like that. It was a picnic, and then it was actually a beach
Yay.
proposal. Lor.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Oh. Okay,
correct.
okay,
Yes.
I get it. Yeah, need to lie, right? I mean, no, this
Yeah.
one is a different
Um.
kind of lie, yeah. It's a
Yes.
white lie, yes.
This one I cannot say sorry.
It's was it a lie?
White lie.
It's a white lie.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a necessary lie for the surprise.
For the
Yes.
better good, for the
Success.
better good.
For the
Yeah.
better good. For the greater good. Oh dear.
This is it's a lie that is acceptable.
The
Have to,
mm,
otherwise
But yeah, it
cry.
sounds epic, sounds romantic. Yeah.
yes.
So both both sides of friends were there, basically, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's omission of information.
Ooh, like
It's
that
not
Wow,
wrong.
that's
one.
such a
It's not
nice one.
wrong.
Yes.
I
Yes.
shared her enough details to think that it is just a picnic. Yeah.
Yes.
But then, of course,
Mm.
No
after
details.
everything is all over, then I shared with her all the little clues that she should have picked up. And then,
Sorry.
yeah lah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for some
Then she
context, I
must
mean,
have
she was
been
very
like,
busy as well.
yeah.
So, it did help the fact that
Ah,
she was a bit not very aware that there
Things
could
are
be
happening.
things have happening and
Yes.
there
things
could have been a
happening.
proposal
Things
that
were
is coming
afoot.
in. Lor, yeah, lor.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay lah.
Uh,
Debbie, how do you think? How would you rate his proposal? How would you give a review?
what? Do I need to review proposal?
5 stars.
But um 4.5.
Ah.
4.5 because
So why is it
because
why is it
you know why the 0.5? It was in the afternoon, the sun is shining over the head, and it's like
Oh,
because the
understandable.
place that he chose like is like literally at the beach. It's like the
Mm.
sand, no cover, no anything. So
Ah.
it's like so hard. Like
Oh,
what?
but
Why
maybe
we
that
picnic
makes
at this
for
place?
makes for a nice photo.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It is
videos.
good for nice. So that's why I give it a
Mm.
4.5.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But also because she's an introvert herself, she did
Ah.
request to me lah that she wanted it to be a private affair. But then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mm.
You do it in public
and it was at a
for all
very
goers to see.
and it was at a
Oh.
public beach as well. So it was a very popular beach
Oh.
for sunset. So it was not helping it
Oh.
as well. That I think
Yeah.
But it does sound very romantic. Yeah.
yeah. The photos, everything is all over in my Instagram. Not sponsored,
Mm.
but
Ha.
everything is on there. I mean, if anybody's curious enough, I mean, feel free to stalk me
Mm.
healthily. I'm
Yes.
okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah, should
I
go
think I
ahead. Yeah,
saw, yes.
yeah. So
But I
it's
didn't
all
like
there.
look at it properly. I will stalk
Mm.
properly.
Correct.
A question for Debbie in chat. Would you have wanted to know what's
Ah,
happening, or would you like prefer being fully unaware? That is true because some people don't like surprises. Yeah.
I mean, this
But
surprise
what do you prefer?
I can still accept. I I
Mm,
would rather not know what's going on because like
yeah.
if I don't
Yeah.
know means I can act not act. If I don't know, I can be like genuinely
Genuine,
surprised.
yeah.
Yes,
But
because
if you
like if
know,
I
then you have
know,
to act.
yeah, that's the thing. I don't. I mean, am I
Acting
good
is
at
bad,
acting?
yeah.
no. The thing is, I've given her a lot of Easter eggs or clues along
Yeah.
the way.
Clues.
And it's on purpose because I want to make sure that when we are there, right, she is, oh, I'm suspecting something's not right. Why is there like people coming in? Why is there like so many hanky panky? Like everybody's all like
What hanky
shifty eyes,
panky?
wondering what's going on half the time. So
Uh,
and and it's on purpose because I wasn't I don't want
Mm.
her to come in to the
Want her to be
proposal.
scared,
Yeah,
right?
to be like scarred for life or something.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
So
yeah.
end of the day,
maybe his hints are not very obvious enough. So I didn't, or maybe it's just like because my mind was like preoccupied, so I didn't catch on to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
yeah, but I think
Mm.
it was a surprise to extent where I'm glad she took it
Mm.
pleasantly lah. So
Mm.
it could have went south, which I wish it
Ah.
didn't, but thankfully it didn't. So
Yeah.
uh, the proposal went well. Um, I'm glad that we had a nice sunset afterwards. So we took some nice photos and we had a nice dinner with our friends and also
Yes.
her friends as well. Then that was honestly what I wished for lah. So I'm very happy it all
Oh,
went down well. Yeah.
Yeah. Randomly
yeah.
one night,
Success.
hey, what's your ring size?
Success.
Actually, he did ask for my ring size, and I actually gave it to him.
Okay, one last story before we move on. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
We
What's
were
the
looking at
story?
rings, like
yeah, we were
just
looking at rings. Okay, my
randomly.
personal belief on rings is very simple. I don't want her to not like the ring.
Mm.
So I'm very transparent. I just keep asking her like, oh, what ring you
Yeah,
want?
very important. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
then we look because we're still on Discord ma, so we just screen share.
Mm.
Then I show her like some websites, and
Ooh,
then
this nice
we
kind.
say like, oh, this ring is nice. Is this
Mm.
within our budget? And she's
Mm.
okay with it, and I'm okay with it, and then we just buy lah.
But
But
I don't know when he bought it.
yes, so I don't tell her when. That's the question mark on the end. So I even sent
Yeah.
her the ring sizer sampler as well.
And I actually send it back to
Yeah,
you.
and she's tried to send it back to me because it was through mail ma. So then I lied to her that oh
Okay.
it went missing halfway,
What? Oh my
but actually it didn't
gosh.
went missing. But it didn't went missing. It arrived to
Okay,
me,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Another
because
necessary lie.
yeah, it was not necessarily right. But because she said she packed a few things in the envelope alongside
That's
with
why
the
I
rings
panicked.
sampler. So she panicked a lot. She said, I
Oh,
want to
oh
go and
no.
ask POS, which is the Postal Service Malaysia, yeah, to find out where did the missing POS or missing envelope went. Then I tell her, don't need to
Oh
panic, don't
shit.
you panic, it's with me already, whatever lah. She forced me
That
to show her
blow
that card.
cover. That one is
Oh man.
that's one blown cover lah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
thought that
yeah.
because of this, right, she might have figured it out that I'm slowly planning
Oh,
towards a proposal
but
already.
she still blur.
Yeah, I still blur. Yes, correct. I still blur. I did. It's just that.
It is good that she blur.
Uh,
That make the surprise even more surprising. Right? But it's so cute. No, no, okay. What you did was very good. Yes, yes.
No, because I
yeah,
really
I'm.
didn't want to know her too much. I said I want her to like to keep guessing
Mm.
because at the end of the day, it still
Oh,
needs to be a
but yeah, what
surprise,
you did was
ma.
very good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a surprise and it was a very successful one. Plus,
Yeah.
asking her about the ring and all that, cannot just assume she will like whatever you choose.
And because I'm a creative myself, like I also care about the design
Mm.
as well. I want to make sure that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks good on the hand, ma. Yeah lah. And I
Correct,
also
correct,
respect
yeah.
her that she might want
Very
something.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
Very
So
thoughtful.
to
Not
any
just
guys,
be
like I
like,
think it's better to be transparent. It's
mm,
better to ask. I mean, some people who prefer not to know, but I agree. But at the same time, sometimes some girls are very particular about this. Like, yeah.
correct, correct. It's important, I think. Mm. How important is the ring? Oh, this question is for Debbie. How important
Hmm.
is the ring?
What do you mean? How important is the ring?
For you, it's okay, what? Yeah. See, you're very simple
Yeah,
about it.
it's
You're like, very man, like,
yeah.
can
I
where
mean,
can you
it's
How
an
be?
how
engagement
important
ring.
is it to you? Is it? Yeah.
You talking about the design or
Mm.
just like the significance of the ring? Because it's different.
Could
Yeah.
be anything, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
How important?
Okay
Yeah,
lah.
really
It's
differs
just
from
status,
person to
maybe.
person.
Yeah, it's just status.
Yeah. But I mean, you want the security, right? Like, yeah, this is what I have.
I wouldn't put
Yeah.
it as that though. Like ring
Yeah,
or
or
roll
just a
ring.
token of love, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say so.
Token of love lah.
Also, token of love, and it just happens to be something pretty and decorative and
Yeah.
nice.
It's nice, but I
Yeah, like who
don't.
doesn't want a
The thing is,
pretty
it's
thing?
yeah, it's a diamond ring, so I don't really wear rings on a regular basis. So like, have wearing a ring is a bit. It takes some time to adjust to it. Also,
Mm,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
Asian culture, wedding typically needs to be grand. How do y'all feel about this?
Wow.
Y'all need to follow this?
Okay, okay.
I'm a firm believer. We just go simple. And
Yes.
but that's also in the
Yeah.
context of whether our parents are okay with making it as simple as possible. Like you don't invite the whole kampong to the
This one I
wedding.
don't dare to comment too much because at the end of the day, you still have to respect the parents, not just my
Yeah,
side and
Yeah,
also her side.
yeah.
They
yeah.
will have different ideas of what they want to do, but I think at the end of the day,
And discuss lah, must discuss.
compromising lah
Yes.
onto a certain agreement on what
Mm.
is the
Mm.
what's the middle ground that we want to have.
Mm.
So who is paying? That's the most important question.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
we're paying, if this, let's say like wedding prep is like both of us paying for everything, of course we want to cut budget as much as possible.
That's
Not,
the reality
not,
lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like you don't want to like be extravagant about the wedding and like you go and
Have no money after that, right?
yes, correct. We don't want to
Hello, you want to start
spend
family,
spend
you want
savings
to
just
buy
for a
BTO, all this is like
wedding.
it's a whole different cost, and you
So
better make sure
Cost
that
of
you're not
living
eating
is so
instant noodles for the next
high.
10 years or something, right? Yeah lah. So
Mm.
definitely need to sit down
Very
and
hard, yeah.
discuss with both parents.
Both
and
sides, yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
Question for both. After the wedding, can y'all appear in another episode?
Uh,
If
there
this is
is
still
something.
ongoing and if they're free, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
We
This is
see how it
something
goes.
so sweet. This is something that I wanted to counter propose to to ST in the future lah. Yeah lah. Yeah lah. But
Is
this is something
it?
that we will take it off stream to discuss. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm still gonna be doing this also.
Hopefully you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I say see how. But
See how. If you like us, sure. If I'm
y'all must
likable enough for ST, sure.
Oh.
no, y'all must demand for it. Or maybe I should say, give me don't know how many subs. Just
Give
kidding,
me
just kidding.
prosperity burger where we talk.
Yeah, give him prosperity burger. Yeah, no more already.
Mm.
Now it's
Next
McGriddles.
year, no.
Uh, yeah, I just had McGriddles today.
Who's
Speaking of
McDonald?
McDonald's,
Okay, yeah. Okay, yep.
I feel most generation people face this problem. Cost of living so high, correct?
Correct.
1 year comeback update us. Oh, Sisin Star is American. I want a very small wedding. I don't care about my family being there, just close friends and my dog. Oh my
Mm.
god, souls! I was just kidding about the sub. Thank you for the 11 months. Thank you for the prime souls. But yeah, Sisin Star. I think a small wedding with your close friends and your dog. Yeah, dog is important, right? I would have wanted my cat to go with me to my wedding, but she wouldn't, so I cannot
Oh,
force her. But yeah, yeah, your dog would be important. Some people make the dog the ring bearer or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know that's very
I
cute.
know.
Very cute ideas people have
Yeah.
online. Yeah, I cannot. My cat will kill me. My cat cannot go
Cat
anywhere.
cats
Just
cannot be
stays at
ring
home.
bearers,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
they will.
They just run
I,
away.
yeah,
Run with
yeah,
the
they cannot be
ring.
trusted. Yeah, they cannot be trusted. You can't trust the cat. The cat just takes the ring and maybe wants to pawn it off or something,
Ugh,
and use the money to take over the world.
maybe.
Yes,
Okay,
true.
guys, it's time for the Q&A section. I don't
Ooh.
know how late y'all want to stay up with us for the guests.
Mm.
But I think before the Q&A, we should go for a toilet break. How about that?
We
Or
Yeah.
can
do y'all
probably
just
still
wanna
stay for another like 10-20 minutes and we
Yeah.
probably have to, yeah, because our brains
Ah,
are shutting
okay.
down
Then
already.
maybe we should just go for the Q&A straight away. How about
Can
that?
also.
Yeah. Okay, the first question, hang on a second.
Oh,
The
we
first
have a lot of
question is
questions.
A lot of questions are. Maybe type
no, I
essay
think
instead.
what not too many questions though.
Okay,
I'll be
okay.
Okay.
allowed it. Yeah. Okay,
It's
so we
it's
just
8
look at the
a.m. for you
first
guys. It's 11 p.m.
question.
for us, and we have a
Yeah.
long day tomorrow. So
Wow,
yeah.
8 a.m.
Wow.
That's so crazy, the time
Wow.
difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
13
this
hours.
one. Yeah,
Wow.
this question is
Oh,
this is the first question. Yeah. Do you
okay.
think the idea of not wanting
Wanting
to
to
make the first move because
scared.
they are scared of ruining the friendship valid? Yeah, I think it's valid lah.
Yes,
Mm.
especially if you've already built like a strong friendship and like popping the question would be like kind of like popping the bubble.
Yeah, correct. It's very
Mm.
valid. I used to have a crush on a guy who was my friend, and I'm very glad I didn't do anything about it because we are very good friends. It would
Oh.
have ruined the friendship, and I realized we are better as friends. Yeah.
Oh.
So I just adopted like the wait and see approach, and then
Mm.
Mm.
I came to this conclusion, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I didn't do anything.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Um.
I don't know what else to say about this, but yeah, sometimes friendships you don't want to ruin them because if you get into a relationship with someone, it may not go well, and it's nobody's fault, right? Um, and then
Then,
you
but
lose a
at that
friend.
point, you can stay friends, but it's just a bit awkward, kind.
Awkward,
Yeah.
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 I
It's
mean,
difficult.
I'm a hopeless romantic, so I fall in love quite easily or infatuation easily. So
So
it
you'll
depends.
just be like, go for it.
Yeah, I often make the risk and go
Live
of
life without regrets.
yes, yeah. This is love, leave and with regrets. Yeah, correct. So but I can tell you for sure that friendships or not is much more difficult in the past because as kids
Mm.
you're not that matured enough to have that proper discussion of if you reject me then okay bye bye law. Nobody cares about you anymore and then
Yes.
then people start ghosting you and that happens a lot.
Mm.
But I think as I started to grow up more, when I started to have more conversations with girls and sharpening my skills how to be a smooth talker, just saying.
What?
But it's much more. It became more easier to have such a conversation.
Mm.
Mm.
And to confess and also to not have this pressure that oh if things doesn't work out between the both of us we will end up still having becoming friends but how much of a friend is a different
Mm.
story. We can be an acquaintance
Yeah.
or some can become a very good friend of mine, which I have some of them very good friends of mine, but I think it
Mm.
gets easier when you're older, but
Mm.
younger
Yeah, it does.
kids
It
are
does.
still
When we are
kids
young, we don't know what to
we
do,
don't know
right?
what to
Yeah,
do, we
just
just run away.
no life
Mm.
experience, just
Yeah,
don't know what we're doing.
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like, yeah, also you might not want to make the first move if, yeah, that person is, because sometimes you confuse friendship with, I mean, because in the first place, you need to be attracted to your friend, right? In order
Mm.
to become friends. Everybody is attracted to their friends, like platonically attracted, right? So it can easily, you can move from friends to become, to lovers very easily. Um, but also, yeah, everything there's a risk, lah. Right? It may
Yes.
not work out. You may not stay friends. You just have to consider all these things.
Yeah.
Mm. Is
Yeah,
it worth the
see
shot?
if, yeah, is it worth the shot? Is it, um, and also consider whether they're interested in you or not, because, are y'all compatible? There are many things to consider.
Mm.
Correct.
Basically, yeah.
And
So I
mm,
knew that this guy not compatible with me, but I just liked him, right? So in the end, I was like, okay, okay, be logical, don't make the first move.
Mm.
And I knew also that I'm not his type. Yeah, so it would have definitely ruined the friendship. So you need to
Mm.
know, like, be clear,
Yeah.
communicate. He did tell me what his type is, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me.
No.
Yeah,
yeah, but
correct, correct.
at the end
I
of the
just, I
day,
just know.
at the end of the day, if the friendship is ruined, then you know that's a friendship that's not worth keeping. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
So
some ways.
in
that's
some
true.
ways, sometimes
That's true.
boundaries
It's
needs to
just,
be formed. It's
mm,
fine. You
mm.
move on, find a new
Yeah, then you move
person.
on. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's
So
okay.
you can take the risk and then
Mm,
just move on. If it doesn't work out, or like, yeah, it really depends.
mm,
What if you're willing to take the risk, or you can adopt the wait and see approach. Yeah,
correct.
then wait and see how things go. Find out more about the other person first. Then, if you think it's still worth a shot, you're still compatible, things like that. Yeah, then maybe go for it, right? You don't develop friendship with girls unless you find out we're not compatible. What? Okay, wait. Next question is: can K teach chat how to Discord to
Wow.
find girls and how to raise them up? Oh, that's
This feels like
yeah.
calling me out. Eh?
I'll just laugh
No,
away.
no, they admire you.
No, 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 no,
Teach,
no,
teach
no,
me.
no, no,
They are
no.
like, teach me,
Teach me,
sensei.
senpai.
I'm not a senpai on this.
Senpai, yeah, yeah.
But
Teach
all
them.
I can say is I guess I've been into a lot of different situations where um they're not the most glamorous lah for sure, and you just learn it from there lor. Then why Discord? I think I was at that point of time where I was discovering this community server lah. Then just happened to find her lah. It's not like I purposely joined the server to find girls, right? No
Yes.
lah.
It's just fate,
What?
yeah.
Yes.
No, no, no. I think I was about to say something.
Oh, okay, okay, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think yeah, during that time I was also like just starting to use Discord also. And also because like I've
Mm.
listened to this podcast and they have like a Discord community. So I
Yes.
like decided to like, oh, let's just, join in and see you can make some friends or whatnot. Because lockdown you can't really do much also.
And people are very active in that also.
Yes, during that
Yeah.
time, people were quite active in Discord servers. So yeah, just happened to stumble upon.
I feel
Okay.
like, yeah, the stars aligned, right?
Yes,
Sort of.
yeah. Somehow the
Correct,
stars
correct.
aligned. Yeah,
Even
that's right.
In
the
that sense,
creators
yeah.
of the server and the moderators
They probably
themselves
didn't expect that.
didn't expect that as well, because
Oh.
it felt like a 1 in a million chance thing. So
Yeah.
um and I mean,
Mm.
they are quite happy for us lah, so that's more important. Felt
Mm.
like I gotten another
Yeah.
blessing from another set of parents for no reason. So
What?
So
but
cute.
it's just chance. You just happen be in the right place at the right timing, and then
Mm.
also accompanied with your life experiences. That's
Yes.
really how it is lah. I'm not some senpai lah. Hello,
Yes.
I wish I am, but I'm not. So that's the truth I'm telling you here.
Yes. Discord need to give us free nitro.
Yeah,
Yes,
Correct.
but
yes.
it's not Discord themselves technically, but it's just the community or yeah,
It's a platform. It's
the
a
platform
platform.
itself.
So I guess it's not so much that, he is a ladies' man or something, and then
No.
suddenly
No, it's just I'm a very
No, no,
sociable
no,
person,
no.
yeah,
unfortunately.
it's
Yeah.
Just
just
happens to talk a
actually the
lot.
same as what we were saying just now lah. Like put
Yes.
yourself out there, right? It
Mm.
doesn't matter if it's Discord or other
Correct.
things. Yeah, other communities out there. Yeah,
I personally was
just
very
try,
offended
and
back then
then
when I was hearing people say, "Oh, I was a ladies' man," but now that I realize this, oh, I just happen to talk to a lot of people in general.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. Lor.
that's your extroverted side.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably, lor,
Calling
yeah.
you. All right. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, put yourself out there. Just try your luck, basically, right? See where the app
Correct.
takes you if you're using Discord or other apps, or just see where life takes you in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
hard to say what happens. Okay, we see the next question. Hang on a second. Oh, oh, I think Wondering went to sleep already, but Wondering left this question. How much families are able to meddle? Meddle is in quotation marks. How much are the families able to meddle in your own future together until it hits the boundary, or like until it hits the
Ooh.
you cannot take it anymore, right? Hmm.
How
Because of course your
much?
family is important, right? But you still have to draw a line. I think that's what Wondering
How will you
Dandelion
interpret
is
this
saying, right?
question?
Still draw a line.
I
You
would
cannot let them
say.
take over your life, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
How?
You meet more girls in the grocery shop than anywhere else. What? Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, you cannot let your families take over your life. Oh, there are some like horror
Mm.
stories online, like on Reddit, saying like, oh,
Mm,
the mom keeps interfering
Oh
in their
yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, cannot let that
Uh.
happen.
How would I put
Mm,
this? Yeah. It's like how much like moms lah, I think especially like they dictate how your marriage is gonna be like.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, or
But
like
like
your.
how much
Mhm.
I to the point where it is like it kind of like influence either one of our views about things, and it kind of disrupt, not to say destroy the marriage, not to that point, but like um
Maybe it goes against your uh beliefs, or maybe it goes against what you wanted to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like maybe you
yeah.
had an original plan and then
Contrary
you went
to
against
what we
it.
have in mind. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Something like that.
I
something
don't
like that.
really have
Yeah.
much comment to it. Lah. I mean, sometimes families are a complicated mess of things also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially dealing with in-laws or like extended
Correct,
families.
correct.
It's difficult lah because everybody have their own
Mm,
opinions
Mm-hmm.
and their own expectations on
mm,
things, and you just have to learn how to deal with them. There's
Mm.
no other way I can put it nicely here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
You
because
can just not listen to them also.
That's
that's
also
true.
one
Because at the end
solution,
of the
lor.
day, it's your
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's your marriage, your choice,
Yes, correct.
your partner, right? Your life partner. Since that says my family has no say. I am my own family with my significant other. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on your how you want to set your own boundaries, right? And
Mm.
it really depends like what issue we are talking about also, right? Like maybe if it's a small matter like whatever, not important, but if it's something that is very important to you, for example, other people would be like, no, I want to plan the wedding in this manner, even though maybe my parents want me to invite the whole kampong or everything. I'm like, no, I put my foot down, I draw the line, I draw the boundary.
Mm.
No, I'm not going to do that,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because maybe to that person it's important to me. I want my wedding to be in a specific manner. I'm not gonna let my parents take over.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
so
also.
but some people are like, I don't care lah. Okay, my parents want what, then I just follow what for the wedding,
Mm.
right?
That
So
is
it
if the
really
parents are
depends.
sponsoring. Oh.
But
Yeah, if the parents
that's
are
where
sponsoring, then
even
sure.
where the financials are concerned, right?
Yeah.
That's where it brings a whole layer of complexity, lah.
Yeah, that's
Then you have to
right.
deal
Mm,
with egos or deal with people who
yeah,
are
yeah.
wanting to be there for you as well. So it is very tough.
It's complex,
I
yeah.
really cannot give
Mm.
a good answer to this. Yeah.
Correct. I hope y'all don't have any like complicated issues lah.
Even
Hopefully,
even
I
if
hopefully.
have to figure out
yeah,
lor, yeah.
Yes.
have to just figure
Cannot
it
run
out. But
away.
hopefully it won't be too complicated. Yeah, it's
By
easily
grace
resolved
also,
that kind.
you have to
Mm.
figure out, yeah.
Yeah, so many things to figure out. My families didn't care. Honestly, I would say I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate that my parents and my in-laws don't care about the wedding planning stuff. They just let us do whatever we want.
Oh.
And they also like my in-laws are super nice lah. Basically, my mother-in-law every week she cooks dinner for us, and every uh she doesn't really care what she does. She's not the in-law who is like, you have to do this for my son, you have to have
Mm.
children, you have to do this and that. No, she doesn't want anything from us.
Okay.
Yeah, like no expectations whatsoever. She will even fend off like the annoying relatives also.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
like
good
I
kind
have
of in-laws you want.
correct. Yeah. So I
Must
honestly cannot
treasure.
really
Bless.
say anything to this, right? For this
Mm,
Ah.
question, I'm like, my in-laws are great.
best, best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
She's like, you want to skip Chinese New Year? Just skip. It's okay.
It's okay.
Don't
Well,
worry about it.
See me next week.
I see her every week anyway, what, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Correct. I get it. I get it.
oh.
But like the relatives, they are so kaypoh. Don't care. Don't care about them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Soul says it's a sensitive question, but and also a bit morbid. You both love each other. So do you want yourself or the other person to live longer? Wow.
I
Oh.
don't have much comment
Wow.
because I haven't thought of this yet.
No,
But
yeah, we haven't thought of it
Wow.
yet.
yeah, but if I still want to answer,
I
feel
did
free
think
to.
about it before, I guess. I guess I did think about morbid questions. I don't know. So put it that way. I did think about this before, but the thing is, okay, statistically, women live longer than men.
Mm,
That's it, right? Y'all know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that. So I'm younger, right? So I am assuming that I will outlive my partner. Me and my partner, we talked about this already. Uh, and yeah, I mean, I this is our expectation lah. But you never know what life throws at you, right? Maybe actually
Mm-hmm.
I'm more unhealthy and like I will have a disease in future. I don't know.
Mm.
I have no clue. But which one would I want? I would neither. I cannot imagine it. But the thing is, okay,
Yeah.
have you all noticed this also? I have noticed this about couples. One would pass away and the other one would follow suit quite quickly
That was
after
like old
that.
people, what?
Yeah, old people, especially old
Yes.
couples.
it's complicated.
Um,
Yeah.
there have been studies on this. It's kind of like a broken heart can also lead to health problems and stuff lah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
yeah, there have
true.
been
That's
studies
true.
on this. Yeah, if you observe, uh, one person passes and the other follows suit, it is quite interesting to read the studies on it. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what is it called though. If you want to, you can do more
Yeah, but
research
my
on it.
grandma is still alive despite my grandfather passed away around the time when I
Mm,
was born. So about a 20 odd years of not able to see her partner. It's definitely not easy. I can obviously relate to that. I mean, not seeing her
mm,
for like the longest time for about what 8 months or something. I feel like crying
mm,
already. So, and it's like I'm seeing her
mm,
on screen at least, but for her, it's not seeing in real life. So, it's tough lah. I don't
yeah,
really
it's
have a
very
good
tough.
answer to this, but um, all I can wish is that I just want her to be happy lah, regardless of whoever is leaving first lah.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm,
Yes.
mm, yeah. I feel like if I can choose, ideally, it's like together.
Yeah,
No,
that's the best
let's
thing.
not touch wood, touch wood, touch
But
wood.
obviously that won't happen lah. It's
Yeah,
hard
there's
unless
no
like something
chances of
happened to
that.
both you guys together, then
Yes.
nothing to
That
say
would be
lah.
an unnatural death, and that would be very bad. So touch wood, touch
Yes,
wood.
yeah, touch wood.
Mm.
But obviously my wish is still for her to be happy lah.
Mm,
You know, regardless lah of whatever happens lah. Yeah.
yeah. If your significant other dies, I'm moving on. Okay, next question.
Wow.
Just I think two more questions, but this question is: will K stream his wedding? Or go back to the roots on Discord. Oh, stream on Discord. Wow.
Wow, stream on
Damn.
Discord.
Okay, I think I know maybe who is this, but
Um,
Oh, not
I
mods.
can comment on this one. I did express interest that to stream my wedding. I've been teasing about this for the longest time, but
Oh.
the problem is that, right? Number one, will the parents be okay?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
number
true.
two, I don't want to make it in a way where I'm farming content. That's number two.
farming
Yeah,
content.
and number three, even if everything the stars align, who the heck is gonna be streaming it?
Yes, you need a
Yeah,
team.
Yeah,
You need a
like you need
Discord,
somebody to
to
do
streaming
it for
host
team.
you,
it
what,
and
right?
somebody to behind the screen and
And
also
someone needs
figure
to
it out
mod.
everything also.
Yeah, you
And
will be so too busy lah, honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean
yes,
probably assign someone to do
yes,
it, but
assign somebody to do
still,
it.
it's a bit of a
Mm.
hassle.
Yeah,
Correct.
correct, correct. Plus, like privacy reasons, like you said, maybe your parents or your relatives will be like,
Don't want to
it's
be.
a bit weird, right?
Yeah,
Like they don't want
Yes.
to appear on the stream.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we did talk about this. That's one of my wishes personally because that I wanted to stream my 21st birthday previously.
Oh, okay.
But obviously things happen and people complain that they didn't want to be on
Uh,
video or whatever, as in on the
yeah, it's
stream at
hard.
least. I mean, people video
Correct,
doing
correct.
videography is okay, but just not on stream because anything can happen on stream.
Mm-hmm.
But then me being a streamer,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I know the effects of it. I know how it can
Mm,
be quite daunting to a normal person. So I can understand
yeah.
why people may not be receptive to this idea.
Mm.
So again, though, it is very hard to say. I'm
Mm,
still exploring the options and see how there can be a balance, or if we can't do it, then we'll find a way to compensate in other ways lah.
Yeah.
So I don't
yeah.
have a good answer to this one, but
No.
tentatively I say I try my best lah, but we will see from there lor. Yeah lor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe not
Yeah.
the whole wedding,
Of
just
course lah,
part
yeah
of
lah.
the wedding, or
Probably.
maybe like can just ask someone to take over your Instagram account for a day or
Yeah,
something.
that would be
Yes.
fun also.
Yeah.
I'm open to suggestions as well. Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like I always have this firm belief of events doesn't need to be uh created as it is. Like a wedding is a wedding,
Mm.
but um if I'm not having fun with it, right, to me that's not a event lah. To me it's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
formality. So
Mm.
I always wanted to
Mm.
get as many people involved as possible and make sure that it's very interactive in that sense. So that's why I
Mm.
suggested having a Twitch wedding in the first place. Cause yeah, it'll be quite fun what, to try something different.
Be
And
interesting.
yeah, but then it could be a bit too much for people also. No?
Yeah.
So again, no,
I
Yeah.
think
it's
you
hard
need
to
to
say.
ask
Have
for
to
like the
consider a lot
guest.
of things.
Yes,
Yes.
guest
So guests must
guest
have
Yeah,
opinion.
consent
yeah.
lah. You
And then
appear means
the
it's your you will be
team.
inside
All
somehow
right.
or
And
some way.
how many people do y'all think y'all would be expecting? Cause like wow, how to get consent from so many people, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
A bit
It's hard.
troublesome,
It's hard.
yeah.
So
Mm.
it's a work
Yeah.
in progress. I don't have a good
Mm.
answer to this. But we see as we
At that
go along,
moment,
lah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Y'all just need to stay tuned to K's Twitch and Discord updates and stuff like that.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm always
Exclamation
constantly
mark guess if y'all
updating.
haven't even seen his socials, you can type
Ah,
exclamation mark guess, okay? I think you would have seen also because now we have combined chat. Yeah, Souls has another
yes.
morbid question. If someone is
Wow.
permanently incapacitated, would you hold on to the hope that the someone would awaken? Yeah, I would definitely hold on to the hope. Or technology can save. Yeah, or will you let the person go? Oh, really depends on the situation, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think I will hold on to the hope. But if the person is suffering, then maybe let them
Yeah,
go.
lor, I
It
think
really
if there's a
depends.
suffering
Mm.
Yeah.
involved, then probably the person should
Mm,
go lah.
yeah.
I think I will also feel very hurt if she's suffering in some way. Then I
Yeah.
purposely being very selfish to let her leave because I want to see her. I think my heart will be
Correct.
even more pain lah. Yeah lah.
Yeah, or like what the likelihood of the technology or medical
Yeah.
advancements, right? Like how likely is it that it can save the loved one? It really
Mm.
depends on
It's a
what is
case by
the
case scenario. So again, I
correct case by
cannot
case.
comment too much on it also like that.
Mm, yeah, but my instinct would be yeah, I will of course want to hold on, but if really really cannot, if the chances are really low or like suffering, yeah, let go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hopefully, again, we never have to face this kind of problem.
Yes.
Hopefully, yeah. Knock on
Hopefully.
wood. Okay, last question already, guys. This
Right.
question y'all don't have to answer, okay? I don't
Ah,
know who asked this question. Y'all don't
hello.
have to answer. Don't need to answer,
Definitely
okay?
not
It's a
parents-in-law.
cable question.
They're
Can
not
ignore
definitely.
this. Ignore
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless y'all want to answer lah,
parents-in-law.
okay? If not,
Uh,
I'm just gonna ignore this last
um,
question.
do you wanna answer? I mean,
I I I
I mean, we have
I yeah,
discussed
we
about
discussed
it.
about it. The joke answer, of
Mm.
course, is a football team, but um, but
Yes.
to me at least two kids probably, but
Hopefully, two
yeah,
kids.
hopefully two kids
Ideally,
lah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ideally two
ideal.
kids. The reason why is because I grew up without having any siblings, but she has grew up with a sibling with
Oh,
her.
Yeah.
So
okay,
um,
okay.
our stance is yeah, alone is quite scary lah. To experience life on your own. So with somebody that you can trust, whether end up
Hmm.
bickering or not, I don't really care. But as long as you have somebody that is constant in your life, I think that's awesome to have. I wish I
Yeah,
have
that's
that in my
true.
life also.
Oh, okay,
And I
okay.
think kids is
Then
always a blessing to have
can
also
I
lah. Yeah.
ask Debbie how many siblings do you have?
I have one sibling,
Yeah.
Ah,
one
older or younger? Yeah.
younger,
Mhm.
one younger
Oh,
sibling.
okay, okay. Yeah. Do you agree like it's good to have a constant
Yeah, it's good to have
uh,
like like someone of
companion,
us,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
similar age and
Mm,
kind of like share a bit of stuff here and there also.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's nice lah. But because you see sometimes people who are the only child, they are very lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like I think for my family, my cousin, one of my cousins is the only child, so she's close to another cousin.
Mm.
But yeah, that sort of thing, right? You will just look for other friends or
Yeah.
people of the same age as you. Yeah. Mm. And I have an older sister, and yeah, she's annoying sometimes, but it's great to have an older sister, right? She knows everything about me. I have, as once I have been born, she has already been in my world, right? Like forever. Yeah, you know what I mean. Whereas for her, it's different. She had 3 years without my existence. Then she's like, hey, then you came
Ah.
along. But like, she has always been my constant, yeah, because I'm the
Hmm.
younger one. So yeah, so it's interesting to have this bond with a sibling. But anyway, oh wait somebody said about the morbid question. So said, oh, I didn't know about that. And Moses Lim passed.
Yes, I
Oh my god,
just
I
googled
didn't
only. I
know.
didn't know it was
Oh
fresh
my god,
four
he
days
passed
ago.
away.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah. Sad to hear the news lah. Yeah,
wow.
Mm.
because I just saw
Oh.
him like on the documentary recently. Then I'm like, hey, he passed away.
Yeah, like everybody knows him, what, right?
Mm.
Famous local actor.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Oh
but
man.
yeah, regardless, I get where you're coming from. It's such a question that's
Yeah.
you often think about it once in a while.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's why I was like, it's a bit kaypoh. You don't have to answer it, but yeah, they
It's
still chose to
okay.
answer it anyway. Guys, please appreciate our guests. Okay, please give some claps in the chat. Anyway, that's the last question. So I
Yay.
think
Okay, class is over.
Class is
okay,
finished.
very tired.
Thank you.
What's with that loud sigh?
Finally can sleep. Good night. No lah, no lah, no lah. What? Thankful to be here. Thankful to be here.
Wow.
Yay!
Thank
Claps for chat.
you.
Claps for the
Yes,
guests.
for guess. Yes, guess.
Claps for guests. Remember, y'all can type exclamation mark guest, or actually you can just click on stuff. Um, I think thanks guests. Why
Guess.
y'all always? Is it my
Guess.
pronunciation? Guests.
Guess.
Guests.
Yes.
I'm full of gas. Okay, exclamation mark guest. Guest with a
Mm.
T at the back. Okay, exclamation mark guest to find out more about our guest today.
Yes.
Hand fart. Claps. Yay! Oh my god. Claps. Yes. Cute clap emoji. He looks so healthy despite being frail. I was shocked. Oh, yeah, I'm shocked right now. Yeah. And thank you so much for being here. I know it's very late. Uh, I hope y'all have a good rest. And I hope this stream was enjoyable for y'all.
Yes, I enjoyed
Yeah.
our time. I'm not sure for
Yeah.
her as well. Yeah.
Mm.
I cannot speak for her because I think she's a bit tired.
Yeah.
But I can say that
Okay.
we enjoyed such a conversation, and of
Yes.
course,
Yeah.
I do
Thank you for
see
the
it
chat.
as also a date between like myself and her for
Oh,
this. So
thank you.
it's really just like I said,
You're very cute, seriously. And
yeah,
and yeah, I'm very glad to have met Debbie today as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
First time meeting Debbie.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
yeah,
first time.
yeah. But it's a
Like,
third time appearing on stream with me also. Yeah,
Is it
oh,
the
okay.
yeah, it's
yeah,
the third time.
third time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm,
and hopefully more in the future.
Yes.
Correct.
oh, okay. Don't need sleep so far later. Oh no, I just came. Oh, hi, Jovan. Okay, so yeah, let's say goodbye to the guests so that they can go and rest.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
sorry, Jovan,
you.
that you just came. Yeah, thank you for being here. Treat you to Prosperity Burger or something next time. Thank you
Yeah, yeah. Feel
for
free to reach out. Yeah,
joining.
feel free to reach out. Yeah, so
Thank you
so
for
so the
being my
chat, if
guest.
the chat love this, right? Just convince ST to invite me back. I'm okay one.
Invite back for another episode. Yes.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Thank
See you
you.
guys. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
for
us.
making this making it to this episode. If not, I will just talk to myself. I'll be very
Because he was
lonely.
sad.
Or I
Uh,
have not enough experiences to share. Yeah. They
Aww.
are sick of my experiences really. I have to recycle the experiences. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for injecting new
Okay.
conversations and your opinions and stuff. It was very interesting for
yeah,
me
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
to hear
Enjoyed it.
about long
Yes.
distance, which I've never experienced before. So I think that's really interesting too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, bye
Thank
bye.
Great.
you. Bye
See
See you guys.
you.
bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, we have ended on our side, but we're still live technically. So I will probably start to wrap up and also to end off on our end. Not sure if anybody's still around.
Do I just sit here?
Yes, you technically should stay here.
I just
in the
be
room.
I just be a flower pot for a while.
Yes, yes, yes. You just happen to be the flower pot for the time being.
Fly, smile and wave.
Yeah, smile and wave, smile and wave. But even though there's not much people around, we're still gonna still wait out to the next
Woo.
streamer. You know what? Let's read out to Hand Big X, Hand X Big, yeah. So she is currently doing her dono-ton,
Hmm.
and in this dono-ton, she is trying to raise funds for her birthday, and I'm not too sure what she's actually raising funds for. She did mention that it's about $3,000. So if you are interested to commission her for a piece of art that is speed drawing, do feel free to support her. She has drawn a picture of us, and yeah, she is really great. She's really
Mm.
wholesome, and she is really fun to be around. So I do highly recommend her. So let me just give her a quick shout out as we are going to be heading off to read out to her. So if you are
Peter
staying around,
Rons.
feel free to stick
Is that
around.
coasters? Are those
Hey,
coasters?
hang on a minute.
Going to
These
show her
coasters
the,
are one
yeah,
way.
details,
What do you mean?
So
Huh?
next time, I haven't anything planned
Very
with you yet.
strange.
Most
Everything's
likely,
still new. Still something?
yes, everything is still new.
I
But
don't get that.
hopefully in the future we can continue on with our Takes Two.
The
We
yes,
still have a
you
lot
need to
more.
finish the
Yeah, we
game.
didn't finish it all, so we might have to
Uh,
do a crash
this
course.
big backlog.
Yeah, a bit of a backlog on that game, but we have to kind of figure things out for the what's it called that game and how it's like I need probably need a previously back then how it works.
Yes.
So yeah, we will try to schedule a time to play that once things are a little bit more settled between myself and Debbie. Then once we figure things out, once we're able to start get back on stream, we probably play that more often. So now
Mm-hmm.
on stream, and then we try to finish up that game so we can probably play more games on stream.
Yeah,
I also haven't
hopefully.
really planned like what to do with her. So
Nah.
yeah, we shall see. We shall see. at the end of the day, it's just having fun and just like see what we can do on our end. So
Mm.
yeah, once again, a huge thank you to ST and Shadow. I'm not sure if she's rewatching this or not. And also, she is also streaming right now. So do also give her a little bit of a love there as well. So just go quickly give her a quick shout out to her. Yeah, wonderful person. I enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you did as well.
Bright green.
I
Can
think
you
I'm
all
just
see?
a bit sleepy.
Yeah, we are sleeping now. So
Shadow,
what
you
the
want to
sound
smell
in
it?
there?
Is it bad? Does it smell? Oh my god! I cannot.
Oh,
She
you
hated
got
it so
beats.
much. Oh my god.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay,
Guys,
this is
I
the
cannot.
nature of such things. You just
Okay, I
sit
can
down
still
Have
and
eat.
do
It's bad. It's bad.
God.
Oh no.
I'm still eating it, but
Oof. Okay, but that's ST and Shadow for you. So thank you once again for joining me in this podcast between myself, Debbie, and also ST as well. So do join in the next raid. We'll be raiding in Hand X Mate. She's doing a donaton, and then let's show her some love and chaos. So do copy the raid messages as we're going to be reading in her. If you're just a regular follower of ours, feel free to copy the regular raid messages. Otherwise, if you have been subscribed or you have been gifted a sub very recently, do copy in the raid messages dedicated to our subscribers. So I will see you guys then, and I will see you guys next week for a collab stream with Bear and as well as Noob We're going to be playing Chained together. Okay, bye bye.